It's the Fifth Dimension Radio Sports Special. Live tonight, high school football from Barberton High School. It's the Barberton Magics versus the Stowe Bulldogs. With your veteran sportscaster Ron Whitmer and co-host Chris Canova. Stay tuned for all the action right here on Fifth Dimension Radio Sports Special.
Good evening, and just to see if you were paying attention, we're here at Rudy Sharkey Stadium in the beautiful Barberton, Ohio, on a great night for football. I'm Ron Whitmer, joined tonight with our color analyst who will be with us for the bulk of the season, and I want to welcome to the broadcast booth Fifth Dimension Radio's newest voice, Chris Canova. Chris, welcome, and thanks for being with us.
Ron, thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here. Beautiful night for high school football. The stadium's loading up with people here, and everybody's excited to get this game started.
Yeah, so we have two teams that are both looking to make a bit of a move here this season compared to last season's less than hoped for outcomes, and both have some returning seniors who should make that happen for them. We're going to be back, and we'll visit with the Stowe coach right after these words from our Game of the Week sponsor, Jobs for Ohio's Graduates.
Jobs for Ohio's Graduates, JOG for short, is a workforce readiness nonprofit covering Northeast Ohio, including Ashland, Medina, Stark, Summit, and Trumbull counties, helping youth ages 14 to 24 and adults complete their education, develop soft skills, and start their careers. To make this possible, we need people like you to support the next generation of the workforce and partner with JOG today. Go to jogworks.org, JOGWORKS.org for more ways to mentor and hire JOG participants, attend events, and more.
So prior to the start of tonight's game, we had an opportunity to talk to Stowe head coach Martin Potter. Let's take a few minutes and listen to what he had to say. Ron Whitmer here at Barberton High School pre-game with Coach Martin Potter from the Stowe Monroe Falls Bulldogs. Coach, tough loss in week one. As I understand, you had a chance to win it at the end. What's the mindset of the team coming into the second game tonight?
Yeah, we've preached all season or off season and leading up to game one. The same thing is that, you know, we need to continue to get better every day. And even though we fully expected to play a little bit better in that game, we use the mantra here, like Stowe doesn't beat Stowe. And we did a lot of things in that game that might not be to the general fan and stuff like that, but in the game we know where we kind of beat ourselves a little bit and put ourselves in a position where we had to try to win it at the end. But our mindset with our kids is we firmly believe that we're a good football team, and resilience has been the theme of the week, and just being resilient. And you know, you either win or you learn. You don't lose. That's been our message this week, is learn from that and those things that we made mistakes in that game. Teams make the biggest jump of improvements from week one to week two in the regular season, and if we fix those things that ailed us in the first game, we'll be okay tonight.
That's a perfect response. That leads right into my second question. So a 3-7 season last year, a lot of returning veterans. Are you ready to contend for the league title this year?
We're ready to compete tonight, right? A lot of things for us to get to that spot has to go our way in terms of staying healthy, and by no means, like I told the kids, and I didn't mean this in any negative way and stuff like that, but after Medina, we're still losers, right? We have not figured out exactly, and from our preparation, our effort, and our execution, how to win and consistently, right? So we need to do those things first, and then, if you said you got another game of ours in week 9, we can talk about that, whether we're going to contend or not, right? So
you have a 4-year starter, Jake Harrington, at quarterback. It's got to give you a good feeling going into pretty much every game. Is his performance the key to victory tonight?
Yeah, I would say that I'm a little bit more old school in terms of our key to victory on the offensive side of the ball is always going to be the offensive line. So it doesn't matter whether you have an all-league running back, you have an all-league quarterback or receivers. Like, if you don't have time to throw the ball effectively or run the football effectively. So our keys are, as always, is stop the run and run the football. If we can do those two things, Jake will be, and we can protect him, Jake will be very successful, and we'll see that 4-year starter in him.
Okay, you're doing a great job of anticipating my question. So next year, if we do this, I'll just have you interview yourself.
No.
So the next question was, what have you seen from Barberton? What do you have to do to keep them off the scoreboard?
Yeah, I mean, I know they feel very excited about their sophomore class that they have. They were freshmen last year, and so a lot of youth on both sides of the ball, and they're asking those sophomores to play both ways for them, which can be challenging, like where we feel, that was us 2 years ago, but our sophomores were only playing on one side of the ball, and I understood how challenging that was going through that, right? So for us, we have guys in a lot of our skill positions that are, 2, 3, and 4 year starters, right? So we need to see that experience and that age gap of 2 to 3 years, which makes a big difference, right? We need to see that tonight. But if we allow those kids to use their athletic ability and play above their age, it could cause issues for us because they are definitely more athletic than we are.
So if this stays a competitive game tonight and it comes down to a possession or two in the fourth quarter, how do you feel about your special teams?
Good. We have 2 kickers that came out from the soccer team, so both seniors, Amari Darrow and Noah Levick. And I've had Noah in class for like 2-3 years, and I've always told Noah, like, he should, he's a great soccer player, but I was told him, man, you should play football. The kid's got hamstrings, and it's not surprising he can boot the ball. And Amari is actually probably one of the best athletes in our school, and play soccer. So having those 2 guys out, I mean, they're green still and learning, but definitely feel that, they can make kicks anywhere from the field.
Who'll get the first opportunity
tonight? Noah kicks off, and then he's our long field goal kicker, and then Amari handles like everything from extra points to like inside the 20.
All right. Hey, Coach, good luck tonight. Thanks for your time.
Awesome.
Looking forward to seeing you here hopefully later in the season.
Yeah, go Bulldogs.
So that was Coach Martin Potter from the Stowe Bulldogs. We also had the opportunity to talk to Barberton head coach Tony Gatto, and unfortunately we had some technical difficulties. We'll hear a bit from him in a second. But Chris, you and I were both there talking to Coach, and Coach Gatto, much like Coach Potter, thinks that he's got some veteran senior leadership that's going to pull that record up to closer to where they'd like it to be. He felt like his strength was on the line, particularly the offensive line, but the defense as well.
Coach Gatto told us that this offensive line is one of the best he's ever had, and he was excited about it coming into the season. He's still excited about it. Had a rough week last week, but that hasn't made him lose confidence in those young men, and looking forward to what they do tonight against this Stowe team. At the same time, you heard Coach Potter say that this Barberton Magic team has a sophomore class that everybody's excited about, including Coach Gatto. So I am excited to see what they do tonight.
So we did get the opportunity to save at least the last question for Coach Gatto, which was I asked him about fast forwarding to Week 10. And what he would like to be able to look back on as some big accomplishments for his team for this season. So let's take a quick listen to that response. Fast forward to Week 10 at the end of the game, and you're looking back. Where realistically do you expect to see this team?
We came in the season, I thought we had 6 to 8 wins that, if we played well and stayed healthy, we could win, most definitely. I still feel that way. We're fairly healthy. We got some bumps and bruises, but football's a tough sport. With 40 guys, it's going to be a little tougher, but our kids are tough kids, so I'm hoping 6 to 8 wins.
Who's the favorite in the conference?
Highland. Yeah. They've been for a while now. Yeah. We used to beat them.
All right. Hey, thanks so much for having us tonight. Good luck to you guys, and have a great season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good luck. Appreciate it. All right, so here's the deal.
So we thank both coaches for taking the time pre-game and apologize once again to Coach Gatto for missing a part of his interview with some technical problems. We're just about game time here. Let's take another 60-second timeout and hear from our second game sponsor, the Game of the Week, brought to you by The Stables.
Horse racing is a great sport, and now you can have a horse in the race, own a little, and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning horse ownership experience. Purchase as little as 1% of a racehorse and pay a set monthly fee. No surprises, modest investment, low risk, and completely accessible and transparent operations. TheStable.ca offers a unique, engaging racehorse ownership experience and features great customer service and consistent updates about your horse. Our innovative video production team tracks your horse's training progress, and clients are encouraged to visit the horses at any time. TheStable.ca is right for harness racing, and if you want to have a horse in the race, it's right for you too. For more information about The Stable, email Anthony at thestable.ca or call 519-400-4263.
Jobs for Ohio's Graduates, JOG for short, is a workforce readiness nonprofit covering Northeast Ohio, including Ashland, Medina, Stark, Summit, and Trumbull counties, helping youth ages 14 to 24 and adults complete their education, develop soft skills, and start their careers. To make this possible, we need people like you to support the next generation of the workforce and partner with JOG today. Go to jogworks.org, jogworks.org, for more ways to mentor and hire JOG participants, attend events, and more.
Back here at Rudy Sharkey Stadium in Barberton for tonight's matchup, the host, Barberton Magics, taking on the Stowe Munroe Falls Bulldogs. As the season would have it, all the uniforms looking nice and sparkly and clean at this point. And I guess with so many artificial surfaces, Chris, it's not like the old days where you get to mid-season and the numbers would be really difficult to pick up. But both teams looking good. The officials heading to the center of the field. Not sure who won the kick, but we'll find that. Here we go. We're going to get notification of that, I believe.
I'm not sure about that, but I'll tell you what. Speaking of uniform, I've not been to Barberton Rudy Sharkey Stadium in a while. Wow, what a stadium! They've done some really nice improvements to this facility, and I got to tell you, the Magic's helmets, I love them.
Yeah, they are awesome. A really, really shiny silver. Fortunately, the sun is setting, or the folks on the far side might be blinded by the beautiful silver helmets of the Barberton Magics. We'll be talking at halftime to Barberton Athletic Director John Sable, and one of the things I want to ask John about this, Chris mentioned how beautiful the stadium was, and I know they've been hosting postseason football here for the OHSAA in past years, and I want to check in with him and see if that's going to be the case again this year, and if so, if they know exactly which divisions they'll be hosting. So it appears that Barberton won the toss and have elected to kick off. So Stowe will be receiving. Back for Stowe to return.
Number 6. Which is Cody Boyd, or Caden Boyd. And for the Magics, we have Jason Gates kicking off.
Looks like Jack Miller back there beside Boyd. Here's the kick. Kicks it deep, big leg into the end zone. They'll want to go through the end of the end zone, and you don't see that many high school kickers put the ball that high and that deep. So we'll have a touchback to start the game. Offensively, for the Stowe Bulldogs, they've got a 4-year senior quarterback, Jake Harrington. They look for him to do big things, and I know Stowe's got him marked as somebody that they're going to have to at least contain to have any success tonight. In the backfield is Boyd behind Harrington. Harrington moving up under center here on 1st and 10, just underway from Barberton at the 20-yard line. Handoff inside to Boyd. Boyd's across the 20, up near the 25. Spot him just short of the 25. We're going to call it 2nd and 5. So right away, both teams going to try to impose their will up front. Both teams figure that as a strength. We'll see who's right tonight. Coming to the near side for Stowe, receiver Jeremy Turner. Handoff back up the middle to Boyd. This time he's taken down for a gain of maybe 2. That'll bring up 3rd down and 3 from their own 27.
Nice little gain there. One thing I noticed, Ron, right away is number 44 for the Magics is freshman Liam Starcher getting the start for the Magics.
Coach had mentioned that we might see a freshman start tonight. There he is. Going in motion is Keeling. He takes the handoff up across the 30 to the 33, picks up the 1st down.
Nice little jet sweep to the right there.
Stowe quickly to the line here, trying to play with pace. Harrington this time in the shotgun with Boyd next to him. He hands off to Boyd up the middle. He's got room up to about the 42-yard line. Looks to be enough for the 1st down. I haven't seen the signal yet. If not, it's just short. They're going to call it 2nd down and a little less than a yard. Stowe moving the ball here early, just underway at Barberton. 10:21 remaining in the 1st quarter, no score. Harrington back under center. Now he backs off to the shotgun after calling the play. He takes the snap. He's looking to the side. The ball is caught, but for only 2-yard gain, but that is enough for the 1st down. That pass went to Jeremy Turner, the 6-foot senior. And the Bulldogs continue to move. They're at their own 44. Harrington gives the play to Keeling, who moves to the slot out of the spread. Keeling coming in motion to the near side. Harrington takes the snap, drops back, looking to pass. Now he'll scramble off to the left. Still looking for help downfield. Doesn't find any along the sideline. Tosses it into open space for an incomplete pass. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Chris, nice job that time by Harrington, keeping his eyes down the field.
Exactly. Moved to his left. Barberton had that well covered. Looked to his 1st receiver, 2nd receiver, nothing there. Stowe's in a spread offense here. 1 back.
Harrington calling the signals. He'll take it. He finds Boyd out in the flat. Boyd has the ball at the 40 to the 45, up near the midfield stripe, just over the midfield stripe, where he's taken down by number 13 for Barberton. That's Cash McKinney with the tackle. That'll bring up a 2nd down.
It's 2nd down. Yeah, that's 2nd down.
Scoreboard says 4th, and I thought it was 3rd, and now they've cut up.
It is 3rd down.
It is 3rd and 3. Harrington hands to Boyd, coming in the near side. He's up near and across the 45 for the 1st down. He's at the Barberton 45. They'll spot it right there, and another Stowe 1st down. So a methodical drive here, Chris. A little mix of pass and run. Back to the spread, near side this time is Turner. And what we have it. Time on the field for Barberton. They're going to try to take a little bit of the steam out of this Stowe offense. We'll keep it right here. So, Chris, here in the 1st quarter, Stowe showing that they can move the ball both ways. Harrington, as you might expect, looks really calm back in the backfield. Made a good decision to throw the 1 pass away when he had nobody. Didn't try to force anything, and so far they're moving the ball well.
They are. They're spreading them out, and They kind of set them out there, Ron, right? The first 2 or 3 run plays are right up the gut. Barberton settled in, and then, what do you know? A few little dump passes left, right, and Barberton didn't do a very good job of getting outside. And Stowe is doing a really good job of kind of exploiting just the 3, 4, 5 yard openings and kind of a methodical drive here.
So it's 1st and 10. Stowe on the Barberton 45. Andrew Rickelman is a tight end for Stowe. We'll talk about him in a bit. The handoff is inside to Boyd. He's met by a couple of Magics there. It looked like number 57 on the tackle. 57 for Barberton is Ronnie DeBerry, a freshman. That'll bring up 2nd and 9, gain of 1. Harrington trips to the far side. Quarterback draw. Harrington across the 40 to the 36-yard line, just short of the first down.
Nice little run there.
That'll bring up 3rd down and about a yard. 7:54 remaining first quarter. This is a clock-eating drive here. This time Harrington alone in the backfield. I take that back. He's under center. That's Boyd in the backfield. He sneaks it up the gut for a big gainer across the 25, down near the 23-yard line. So just a little power football there from Harrington, the quarterback. Chris didn't even notice him under center, and before you knew it, he had easily picked up the first down. They'll spot it at the 24 where his knee went down. Still a first. 7:30 remaining. No score.
Yeah, those all-white uniforms make it tough to see, doesn't it?
Well, when you get to be my age, everything is tough to see. Wide right, that this time is Jack Miller. I'm sorry, to the near side is Jack Miller. Stowe is going, by the way, from right to left on your radio dial. Had a little movement up front. A little false start by the Bulldogs will set them back 5 to the 30-yard line, and will, for the first time tonight, put them in negative territory on first down. It'll be 1st and 15.
Well, Stowe's doing a nice job of mixing it up. That being said, they're just going right up the gut, and Barberton's seeing that. They're putting some bigger guys inside right now. We'll see how this goes for them.
Harrington, fake handoff, looks over the middle, pass is caught at the 10, 5, and in for the touchdown. That pass is caught by Andrew Rickelman, the 6'4" senior tight end. Coach Martin Potter told us about Rickelman in the pregame,
right.
And he appears to be as advertised. Did a nice job. Got a hit initially after catching the ball, blew right through that and into the end zone for the touchdown pass. And our first score of the night puts Stowe up 6-0. Attempting the extra point for Stowe is number 74, Amari Darrow. Darrow, one of 2 soccer players that are out for the Bulldogs as kickers this year. Harrington puts down the snap. The kick is up. It appears to be good, and it is. So give Stowe the first score of the night. The Bulldogs lead 7-0 over the Barberton Magics with 6:39 remaining in the first quarter. And with that, let's take this 30-second timeout.
Jobs for Ohio's Graduates, JOG for short, is a workforce readiness nonprofit covering Northeast Ohio, including Ashland, Medina, Stark, Summit, and Trumbull counties, helping youth ages 14 to 24 and adults complete their education, develop soft skills, and start their careers. To make this possible, we need people like you to support the next generation of the workforce and partner with JOG today. Go to jogworks.org, JOGWORKS.org for more ways to mentor and hire JOG participants, attend events, and more.
Ron Whitmer along with Chris Canova back here at Barberton High School on a beautiful night for high school football. Stowe Bulldogs just went downfield in the opening drive of the night and ate up all kinds of clock. Just 6:39 now remaining in the first quarter, and Stowe is up 7-0 over the Magics, who will be looking to get their first possession. Back for Barberton to return this kick. Mark Tavanello and Clee Thompson. And kicking for Stowe is number 37, Noah Levick, the second of the two soccer player kickers. So Levick will handle the kickoff duties. Tavanello and Thompson back. Ball going to Thompson at the near side. He lets it bounce. It's inside the 5. He picks it up, and he's got all kinds of trouble. He gets out over the 15 to about the 17, where he's met by number 35 from Stowe. And that's Santino Villanti. Villanti with the tackle. So the Magics will have their first possession. They're going to spot the ball at the 19. So 1st and 10 for Barberton. They trail 7-0 here in the first quarter.
Well, let's see how the Magics answer that first drive from Stowe.
So for the Magics at quarterback, it's Brandon Lauk, who's the transfer from Rittman, I believe. Snap, handoff in the backfield is to 2, and he's got room to roam on the far side. He's up over the 35, and out of bounds is Angelo Gatto, the son of the coach, with a big first down run on the first play of the game for the Barberton offense. So Chris, you saw a little hole there to the left side, broke it out to the sideline, did Gatto, and picked up big yardage on the first carry. They're going to mark him down. They're still trying to, right about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that was about
a 21, 22-yard pickup on first down.
21-yard gain there, and first down.
So
they just led with both those lead backs to the left. They outmanned him, went to the side, hit the sideline, and he picked up some great yards.
Lauk under center. Hands again to Gatto near the line of scrimmage, taken down for either no gain or maybe a loss of 1. So help me understand the backfield on that play, Chris.
It's a power backfield to the right, fullback, then a halfback to the right, tailback. Really old-fashioned kind of look. 2 tight ends.
Right. Yeah, everybody in tight, nobody out wide. We see so many spreads these days, and that's not what they're showing so far. A little movement in Barberton line. There is the flag. Yeah, it looked like the end of the line on the near side jumped early. That'll cost them 5, and they'll move it back.
2 tights, full house backfield.
36 is the spot. 2nd, and we'll call it 15. Yeah, I haven't seen this kind of formation in a while, but Coach told us pre-game he believes in his line.
That's true.
And that's what they're showing here early.
Well, their right halfback looks like a guard. So
yeah, I was very confused by that. Lauk under center, barking out the signals. He'll fake it to Gatto this time. He's looking down to the far side and dumps it instead to his man in the flat. And it's caught there for a gain of about 5, back to about the original line of scrimmage, trying to pick up the number on the reception there.
I don't know who that was. That was the tight end.
It's 20-something, so I'm not sure. We'll have to see if we can pick that up. Like Chris said, we're so bunched in there, hard to see one number from another.
Nice.
Pitch this time to Gatto. He reverses his field, goes back the other way, has got Lauk blocking for him. He's along the sideline, across midfield, and out of bounds at about the Stowe 45. An excellent athletic play that time by Gatto, reversing his field. He had nothing to the near side. And Lauk, by the way, with a really nice block to spring him along the far sideline.
Everything was shut off to the right. Did a great job reversing field.
Lauk back under center. Still in that power backfield. Handagato, he's met immediately in the backfield by 45 and 10 for Stowe. That's Andrew Rickelman who scored the touchdown.
So Stowe has 10 defenders within 4 yards, 5 yards of the ball. That's how tight they're playing this this alignment from Barberton.
Well, that time they got off the ball quickly and got into the backfield. Kirkland was the other tackler on that play. This time Barberton goes with 2 wide to the far side, 1 in the near side. Lauk rolling to the far side. He's going to pass.
Wide
man
open.
wide open
Wide
at the
open.
20 to the 5, 10, and touchdown. That is Mark Tavanello. Or I'm sorry, that's number 6. That's Clee.
It's 6? Yeah, it is.
Clee Thompson with the catch
Clee
and
Thompson.
run. Big play for the Magics, and they're looking to even it up here.
You know, nice play design. They came out quick. They didn't give Stowe a chance to align to their formation. And Tavanello just rolled out to the left, and they thought they was going to run the ball, let the receiver go. Wide open. Great play.
So the attempt for the extra point now is Blake Leary kicking for the Magics, and they're a man short. He's running onto the field now. Lauk will be the holder. Snap, spot, down, kick up, and good. So we are even at 7 with 4:14 remaining in the first quarter. The Magic and the Bulldogs are even. So, Chris, the Magic were kind of sputtering to start that drive, and then a couple of really athletic plays that, unlike the Stowe drive, Barberton hit a couple of big plays that made that drive happen, and we're even at 7.
That's right. That was a very nice, I'll tell you what a change-up, right?
Yeah.
Full house backfield, basically playing with, 8 linemen?
Yeah.
Nine linemen?
Well, if you count the guy in the backfield,
That's what I
that
mean.
looked
Yeah,
like
right.
a lineman. Absolutely.
And,
And I think, to your point, I think Stowe maybe wasn't ready. They kind of lulled him to sleep with the power look. Then they spread it out a bit. And I agree with you. Lauk's made a really nice fake to get the ball to Thompson on that. And somebody bit hard on that fake by Lauk's, which left Thompson. He was, 15 yards behind everybody.
right.
I'm dumb enough to say even I could have thrown it to him there, but that truth of the matter is my pass would have fallen about 10 yards short.
He was waiting for the ball. He
Yeah.
was just standing on the 20-yard line waiting for the ball. The quarterback did a nice job getting him the pass, and good job, Magics.
Jason Gates kicking off for Barberton. This kick goes right to the goal line. It's being returned by Stowe up the middle. He's got a little hole there up to the 25, and then he's hit hard again by number 20 for Stowe. That's Logan Cunningham. The return was Colton Barker that time for Stowe.
All right, let's see if
So I
Stowe,
think I said 20, but it's at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line, but
Or
tackled
is
by
it?
at the 25-yard line, but tackled by number 20.
There you go. They're all the same to me.
Actually,
At the
we're
30.
all wrong. It's at the 30-yard line,
Including the
so-
guys who are the sideline chain crew is 5 yards off. Now they got it. Here you go, boys. I know it's
Here.
early in the season. So Harrington back at quarterback again for Stowe. Man in motion, the handoff into the backfield is this time to number 3 for Stowe. Number 3, I'm sorry, that was a keeper from Harrington.
Keeper, yeah.
Yeah, Harrington picked up about 10. They're going to give him the first down. So a nice run by Harrington on the keeper.
Nice little fake to the left. Misdirection play there. Barberton bit on it.
Got the backup tailback, Israel Perkis, behind Harrington this time. Two receivers to the near side. A little trouble on the snap, but the handoff to Perkins. Perkis, he's up over the 50 to the 45 of Barberton. A 15-yard pickup on the first carry of the night for Perkis. And again, Stowe moving the ball effectively on the ground. This time we have trips to the near side. They'll go quickly. Harrington takes the snap, hands to Perkis, and this time they snuff it out. They're ready and waiting. And a big tackle that time by Barberton's number 55. That's Rico Varner. Coach told us he's a leader on defense, and he showed it that time. Right off the snap into the backfield and brought him down for about a 5-yard loss. It'll be second down 15.
Don't be surprised if they run the same or something similar to they ran on the touchdown pass here. Barberton's sinking a bunch of guys in the middle.
Rolling to the near side. Harrington, he sees nobody. He's going to loft one up, but again, there's a senior. He knew nobody had a chance, and he wasn't going to give the Magic a chance. Tossed it out of bounds. He'll live to play another play. It'll be third down and 15 at midfield. We're tied at 7, 2:46 remaining first quarter from Rudy Sharkey Stadium in Barberton. So I wonder, Chris, the big tight end here who caught the touchdown pass, Andrew Rickelman, this time is split out wide to the near side. Empty backfield. Harrington takes the snap, drops back. He's looking downfield, finds nobody. Now he rolls to the right. He's still under duress, but he's coming to the near side. Looks downfield. He's got a man wide open. He hits him right in the numbers. And that is a touchdown to Dalen Keeling for the Stowe Bulldogs. There's your senior leader right there. What a nice job of keeping the play alive and tossing the 50-yard bomb.
Well, it's tough. Barberton, Stowe has 5 receivers running patterns. The quarterback does a great job. Harrington does a great job keeping the play alive, going right, then going left, and just looking first receiver, second receiver, then finding somebody deep.
Darrow in to attempt the extra point. Harrington, the holder. Spots down, kick up, and good again. So the Bulldogs have had 2 possessions. The Bulldogs have had 2 scores. They lead 14-7 here, still in first quarter, 2:32 remaining. And let's take this opportunity to hear from Screen Print Original.
Tired of boring off-the-rack tees? Want to express your unique style or promote your business? How about create an unforgettable memory? Call us at Screen Print Original, 330-414-1635, 330-414-1635. We bring ideas to life. We offer high-quality DTF transfers on a variety of apparel, ensuring vibrant colors and lasting designs, from custom creations to bulk orders, all for you. If you have an idea, give us a call at 330-414-1635, 330-414-1635. You can also drop us a line at screenprintoriginal@gmail.com. We look forward to serving you.
Ron Whitmer and Chris Canova back at Rudy Sharkey Stadium. And say what you will, but Fifth Dimension Radio is going to be known as the offensive radio station. Lots of points both weeks so far early. The kick is up from Levick and taken down by Barberton at the 20. The returner is out past the 35-40 on the far side across midfield to 45. And that was Trent DeWitt with the run back for Barberton will have excellent field position to start the second possession for them of the first quarter. So, yeah, Chris, you weren't here last week, and we thought we might see 80 points the way that first half went. Didn't end up being that way. The second half got very much defensive dominated. But so far, to me, it's the two teams scoring in a little bit different ways. Stowe a little bit more mixing it up, and Barberton with the big plays. Although a 50-yard TD pass, pretty big play there by Harrington.
So we're back to the two tights, full house backfield.
Lauk takes the snap, hands it off to Boyd inside across the 40, give him about 5 yards on the pickup.
So isn't it funny now?
I'm sorry, I said Boyd, that's Gatto. I sometimes confuse my numbers on different teams.
So isn't it funny on that play how Stowe loosened their defense up, right? So now the middle's open. Not
right.
Open, but more open.
It's a game of adjustments, and this is why you're here, because I'm just happy to be able to see who has the ball and where they're going. So, but absolutely. So second down, call it a long 4. They're even tighter this time. Lauk to Gatto, and boy, was there a hit there from number 6. Clee Thompson came up from his linebacker spot and put a hit on the quarterback, Laux. Give him a loss of about 3. It'll bring up 3rd and 7. That's probably the tackle of the night right there.
Wow. That's all I got to say with that one. That's a big hit.
I'm sure that's what Gatto was saying, too. Oh, wow. He didn't even have a chance to look up before he was hit. So somebody on that Barberton line's got to get in the way at least a little bit there.
They literally had 9 people on the offensive line.
This time Laux hands off. Looked like he wanted to pull it out, but couldn't on the give to Gatto. Another loss of a yard. So that's going to bring up 4th and 11. And let's see what Barberton decides here. I mean, they're going to go for it here. They're going to punt the ball away. It looks like Laux is still in there. So it appears like they're going for it. And I got a timeout on the field, and the referee, he's coming over to talk to the Barberton head coach, Tony Gatto. Some kind of a substitution issue, Chris? I'm no sure. Flag on the play, so I'm not sure. I see number 79 for Barberton coming onto the field now. That's Jacob Osborne.
Coach Gatto's having a few nice words with one of the young men down there.
Okay, different formation this time. Laux is trying to get Stowe to jump, but they do snap the ball. He's going to loft it downfield. He's got a man, but it's picked off. No. A nice hit there by Clee Thompson on the defender to keep it from being an interception. But on the pass defense that time was number 0, Jeremy Turner. Turner almost had the interception if it weren't for Thompson and the big hit as the ball came in. We do have some laundry on the field, Chris. Anything that you saw there?
I didn't see anything. It's in the area of holding. Personal foul.
Personal foul on Stowe. Wow.
That is going to give them a first down.
Boy. About the only thing that was going to hurt Stowe on that play was what just happened, a personal foul. And by his reaction, number 45 for Stowe, Walter Kirkland, apparently was called for that personal foul. He obviously doesn't agree, and the coaching staff got him off the field before he could get a second flag. So that should take the ball down just inside the 30 and give the Magics a first down here on their second drive. So that keeps the drive alive. And the Magic in very good shape now inside the Stowe Munroe Falls 30-yard line. Yeah, look at those two guys in the backfield in front of Gatto, Chris.
Wow.
There's some muscle there, we'll call it. Hand to Gatto, up the middle. He's hit quickly, taken down for a gain of about a yard. Let's see who's at the bottom of the pile there. It looked like Thompson again, and you had some help from 27, Michael Emmons, that time on the tackle. And it looks like another time on the field.
I think it's the end of the first quarter.
Oh, thank you.
So no yards there.
So at the end of the first quarter, our score is Stowe Munroe Falls Bulldogs 14, the Barberton Magic 7. We're going to keep it here. Chris, I lose myself sometimes. I thought it was a timeout taken on the field, but when you have that much offense and that many yards, the quarters tend to be a little longer than you expect. So, but very entertaining. We haven't had a defensive stop yet. I mean, we almost had one, and then somebody did something not real smart. We assume Mr. Kirkland would disagree with that, but the officials' opinion is what matters. So Barberton's going to keep the ball, and it's spotted at the 28-yard line.
Well, a couple things kind of stick out for me. Number one, Barberton has a couple kids that have some real speed that Stowe is struggling with.
Right.
And when they're able to get them in space, good things are happening for Barberton.
I know you weren't there last week, but we saw a similar thing last week with Waterloo, Anderson Robinson, Keyshawn Anderson Robinson. Same thing, player for player. Springfield was probably stronger and arguably a little more talented, but that one kid, they could not stop, and there's more than one that Stowe are trying to deal with right now. So we're back to the power formation for the Magics. And they're going to re-huddle here. The officials weren't ready to start the second quarter, so. Second down, 9 after that 1-yard pickup to end the quarter.
All right, let's see what the Magics dial up here. 2nd and 9.
Well, they're definitely showing the power again. Nobody split out wide. Laux under center. He'll turn, hand to Gatto. Gatto with a hesitation move, but he's dropped in the backfield again. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. He's taken down by number 2, Dalen Keeling. Keeling having a big game on both sides of the ball so far for the Bulldogs. Third down now, 3rd and they're going to give him about a half a yard there. So we'll call it 3rd and 8. Ball inside the 28-yard line. 11:25 just underway here in the second quarter at Rudy Sharkey Stadium. Laux this time into the shotgun. Haven't seen that much. He'll take the snap. Hands to Gatto up the middle. Spins. Picks up a few, but he's going to be well short of the first down. Ball's going to be spotted at the 24-yard line, bringing up a 4th and 4.
Well, I like that formation for the Magic there. Spreads them out. I'll tell you what, Angelo Gatto is clearly one tough young man. Just running with a head of steam and really delivering punishment. And right there gives him a little bit of space. Got a nice little run there for 5-6 yards. 4th and manageable.
A little bit of motion. I don't see a flag. Laux in the backfield under pressure. Rickelman trying to track him down, isn't able to. He's up near the 20. Appears to be a yard short. Not sure who was in on the tackle that time. Looked like it could have been Jack Miller for the Bulldogs. But that ball is going to be marked short. So turning it over on downs are the Magic. So Stowe will take over right about the 20-yard line. Oh, wait a minute. Now the Barberton players are pointing first down, but I think maybe they're confused because it's first down the other way. Now the officials are huddling, and I'm always nervous when that happens.
Yeah, no kidding.
So it appears by who's on the field right now and where the chains are that it's Stowe 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. But the officials, and I didn't see any flags on the field, so this almost has to be about the spot, right?
It has to be, because is Stowe's quarterback out there?
Yes, he is. That's what I said. The chains indicate it's Stowe's ball. We have 3 Stowe coaches on the field. And Stowe's clapping, so yes, he did. And it appeared from here in the booth that he was probably a yard short.
Yeah, well short.
I'm not sure what the confusion was there. So Harrington in the backfield at quarterback with Caden Boyd behind or next to him. And we're still in a little bit of a delay here as they explain things to Coach Tony Gatto on the Barberton sidelines. So are we going to have another huddle of officials? No, we're ready to play. Okay. Split out to the far side is Gideon Larlam for Stowe. The handoff up the middle is to Boyd, and he is taken down for a loss of a yard. Move it back to the 20, maybe a half a yard loss. We'll call it 2nd and 10. 10:05 remaining first half. Stowe Monroe Falls leading 14-7 over the host Magics from Barberton.
Nice job there by the Magics. Their defensive end sealed that off. Allowed the linebacker to come over, make a play.
Larlam out wide to the far side. Rickelman on the motion, handoff to Boyd. Boyd's up near the first down, across the 30 to 32. Gonna mark him at the 32. First down pickup by Caden Boyd, the junior for Stowe. This time trips to the near side. Larlam along with Keeling and Turner for Stowe. Harrington in the backfield. Takes a snap, quarterback draw up the middle. He's looking for room but doesn't find it. Maybe gets a yard. Nice job by the right side of the line and linebacker pursuit for the Magics that time. Looked like number 23 was in on the tackle. That's Michael Ellis Jr. He's a sophomore, 6'1", 185. That'll bring up 2nd down. We'll give him 2, so 2nd and 8. Harrington alongside Boyd in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to Boyd. He'll roll to the near side. He's got a man way downfield, can't get it to him, and takes a lick at the 35.
Well, that was a big hit. It was quite the shot to the helmet, I got to tell you.
And no flag on the play. Was that 55, Chris, or 58?
I think it was 58.
Okay, 58 is Jamar McCray. No call. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Harrington at quarterback for the Bulldogs. He'll take the snap, drops back, looking to throw, steps up into the pocket, still looking downfield. Now he throws a lateral out to Boyd. He's got nowhere to go. Taken down by a host of Barberton Magics, led by number 11, our quarterback, Braden Lauk, out there in the flat, took him down, bringing up a 4th and 9. So all of a sudden the defenses are starting to raise up here.
Don't they know Fifth Dimension's doing this game?
Yeah, apparently not. There is a sign out there. Maybe we should point that out. Back to receive the kick is Clee Thompson. He's at about his own 40. Now they're going to go for it. They are. I forgot. Their punter is Harrington, and he got Thompson to suck up. The punt's down to the 20, and Thompson falls down inside the 15 without being hit. So a nice job by the Bulldogs of taking advantage of, and they fooled me more than anybody. Harrington's their punter. They lined up like they were going to run a play. Clee Thompson was deep for Barberton. He saw that. He came running up, and just as he did, Harrington punted it well over his head, and consequently the Magics are going to have to start at their own 12-yard line.
That's always risky, Ron. The young man's trying to make a play, running back, catching that punt. He's lucky he was able to catch it and just get down with it.
So Stowe leads 14-7. The defenses are starting to rise up here a bit, and a great play by special teams. We did ask Coach about special teams, specifically about late game situation, but right there took advantage. And what do we have? We have timeout on the field. Timeout by Barberton with the score Stowe 14, Barberton 7. Let's take this 30-second timeout on Fifth Dimension Radio.
Jobs for Ohio's Graduates, JOG for short, is a workforce readiness nonprofit covering Northeast Ohio, including Ashland, Medina, Stark, Summit, and Trumbull counties, helping youth ages 14 to 24 and adults complete their education, develop soft skills, and start their careers. To make this possible, we need people like you to support the next generation of the workforce and partner with JOG today. Go to jogworks.org, jogworks.org, for more ways to mentor and hire JOG participants, attend events, and more.
Welcome back to Rudy Sharkey Stadium in Barberton, Ohio. Ron Whitmer, Chris Canova. Chris, your first call on Fifth Dimension. First call anywhere as far as I know. How's it feeling?
It's feeling good. I love it.
Well, we're
exciting game so far.
Yeah, we're thrilled to have you, and it is, so far on first halves at least, we're 2 for 2. I hope that continues all season. We'll talk a little bit about what's coming up next week. We should have a real good one. We got Green at Talmadge. Should be a good ball game. But here we are in the second quarter. Barberton trails by 7. They have it 1st and 10 at their own 12, and we're going to reset the play clock here. So Laux at quarterback in the shotgun. Gatto behind him. Snap, handoff, and it's pulled down by Laux. He's looking downfield, and he's hit hard.
Oh, boy.
And the ball's loose on the near side. We got an incomplete pass called.
Very fortunate there.
Yeah, it was, boy. And last week we saw a similar play that was called the other way. It was called a fumble, and that one was close.
That was really close.
Good pressure that time by the interior linebacker, and I think it, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was 45, Kirkland.
I didn't catch the number there, but, that was the first time that Barberton opened up a series in a spread. They're in the spread again.
They're back in it again, right?
Mm-hmm. They are.
And who's in is... the numbers are bunched up. I thought that was number 4. It's still 11. Still Laux at quarterback. We got 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side for Barberton. The far side is Tavanello. We got Thompson and Noah Wright to the near side. And Trent DeWitt, they call him the H-back. Snap, looking downfield and caught by Tavanello at the 20. A nice pickup on second down will bring up 3rd and short. 3rd down and a short 3. Barberton trying to get themselves out of a bit of a hole caused by that punt that looked like it was going to be a running play originally. 3rd down, we'll call it 3. Laux in the backfield. Gatto alongside him. Snap. Pass along the sideline, wide open, and it's going to be enough for a 1st down. The pass is caught by Noah Wright. Wright is the 6-foot sophomore, 160 pounds, got himself wide open. That'll keep the drive alive.
That's a great play, taking advantage of the outside. The cornerback has to give him some space there. They only needed 3 yards. Ran a 5-yard pattern.
Yeah, he was wide open. So a good concept there. Lauk will take the snap in the shotgun. He'll pull it down, runs up the middle. He's meeting pressure there, but he gets away to the near side, and he'll pick up about 3 yards before being run out of bounds. So a good job by the quarterback, Lauk.
You know, Ron, I'm just wondering how many of these Barberton young men are going both ways. It looks like they only have maybe 40 kids on the varsity squad.
That's about what they had. So, yeah, they are definitely and I see a few of them down below are injured as well, so limiting them even more. That could be a factor here in the second half for sure. Lauk in the backfield, shotgun, takes a snap, hands to Gatto. He's in trouble, taken down by number 12, Israel Perkis, the 5'8" junior. From his linebacker spot, there's a loss back to the 26. It's 3rd down and 9 for the Magics. 5:14, a fast-moving second quarter. No score so far here in the second quarter. So kind of the polar opposite. First quarter, we marched up and down the field. Second quarter, a bit more of a battle in the trenches. Lauk in the shotgun. Gatto next to him, and we got the false start on the far side. Clee Thompson got started a little early, and that's going to set him back 5 to the 21.
You know, that's got to drive it. Well, I know it drives the coaches crazy when the play is going the complete opposite direction, and
yeah.
the young man up top keeps on running. Illegal motion.
And the one thing that I have to remind myself constantly doing high school sports is a lot of times, you know, these are not college and pro athletes.
Right.
These are 16, 15-year-old young men in some cases, 17 or 18 at best. So 3rd and long. Lauk's looking downfield. He's got a man open, but he's overthrown just slightly. He had Mark Tavanello, who had broken free along the near side, but the pass was just out of reach. That'll bring up 4th and about 14. They'll definitely be punting here from their own 21 late here in the first half, 4:21 remaining.
So Tavanello stopped there. I think if he would have kept on running, he would have had a better chance of catching that.
Punt formation for the Magics, Jason Gates. He's standing at his own 5. Takes a snap, it's a good one, but the punt is late and it's blocked. Not picked up, scrambling for it, fallen on in the end zone by the Bulldogs. That's number 51 for the Stowe Bulldogs on the ball, Lorenzo Fitzgerald with the touchdown. We got a flag late, Chris. I'm going to assume that's a celebration penalty. But
well, he was right next to the referee. I think he said something maybe
oh gosh,
and the flag went up in the air.
But all indications are it will be a
right.
fumble recovery.
Yeah.
By Fitzgerald for the touchdown. And an unsportsmanlike foul after the fact, which is going to be taken on the ensuing kickoff. Or did they pick up the flag? We'll find out.
They called it.
So Darrow is on to attempt the extra point. The holder's Jack Miller. Spot, kick, good, nice leg. Stowe definitely with an advantage there with those soccer players. So that brings us to 4:13 remaining in the first half. Stowe now out in front by 2 scores. They lead Barberton 21-7. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
cover that.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Or if you're in retirement and want a second opinion, let's talk. Edward Jones financial advisor Vince Rosnack can help. Stop by or call Vince today at 234-571-9913 to set an appointment. Or stop by the office at 529 Canton Road in Ellett, across from Eastgate Plaza.
So back here at Rudy Sharkey Stadium in Barberton, where the Stowe Monroe Falls Bulldogs have taken a 21-7 first half lead, 4:13 remaining. Chris and I were talking during the break, and we've come to the conclusion that Mr. Fitzgerald said something like, frankly, I don't think he made a good play on that. There was an F word involved, yeah. We're guessing. But now now he's going to march it off. I was going to say they set the ball down on the 40. Now the official will mark off 15 to make sure we all know. And he's come on back, boys. Come on back. So the Bulldogs will move back to their own 25. And, you know, we're joking a little bit, Chris, but if I'm Coach Potter, I am really displeased because this opens things up for Barberton to get some good field position and get that score right back.
It does, and Barberton has some speedsters back in the back here.
And whistles on the kickoff. What do we have? I don't think it had been marked ready for play. There wasn't a whistle yet because I don't see a flag. The referee having a little talk there with the kicker for Stowe. Who is Noah Levick.
You know, there haven't been that many flags in this game so far.
Actually, I don't see Levick out there, so who is kicking here? Let's see. The officials looking like Harrington? He just gave the ball to Harrington. Well, we know he's a punter.
He's going to punt now, okay.
Okay, now it makes sense, yeah.
Wait, can he punt?
I thought that was only on a safety. You're my rules expert. Apparently he can.
Well, I'm not a rules expert on this. I don't believe
everybody's confused now, and the official's saying, no, you can't punt. Or maybe he can. Let's go to our rules analyst in Los Angeles. Bob,
yes,
do we have a rules analyst in Los Angeles? No? Okay, so we're going to have to keep it here. Apparently that's not in the budget quite yet.
So you can punt on a regular kickoff.
Yeah.
I was not aware of that.
Was not either, but that appears to be what he's going to do. And I thought the ball was spotted on the 20. Harrington's standing on the 21, which would appear to be offsides by definition. But we'll see. Nothing's happened yet. And Harrington's, nobody seems anxious to do much of anything right now. They're talking to Coach Gatto on the near side and Coach Potter on the far side. Now a whistle. Okay.
And the referee is now coming off from the end zone. He wants to know what the story is.
Yeah, we got another delay here, and there's no referee currently on the line for the kickoff. He's still talking to Coach Gatto. So,
folks, we can guarantee you this. This is not a TV timeout.
Yeah, well, but it could be on Monday night with we should talk about that while we're waiting.
Sure.
This game will be replayed with video on WAOH.TV online, and I don't really get this at all, but the punt is from the 25, taken by Tavanello at his 25. He's up over the 40, near midfield. He's pushed ahead, and he's clear up to the 46 of Stowe. And there is a flag on the field, and it's got to be. The whole team was offside. They're all standing across the 20, so that was – there's a word for it that we can't use on the radio, so I won't, but it was a mess, let's say that. But because of the big run back, they're going to decline, I would imagine, right, Chris? You wouldn't take this 5-yard penalty after getting the ball back over midfield, right?
Well, you wouldn't think so, but I don't know why all 5 officials are meeting for an offsides penalty.
Yeah, it's another rules discussion, I gotta believe, and far be it from me to, I'm not trying to be critical, but it's clear that, there was some misunderstanding of what could happen there. And like you said, both you and I were a little perplexed, never knew you could punt on any kickoff. We knew if it was a safety, that's an option, but apparently you can punt anytime you want. So there you go. They're going to spot the ball clear up at the 40 of Stowe. So Barberton, with 4:05 remaining in the half, is in great shape offensively.
Well, clearly that did not work out for the Stowe Bulldogs.
Yeah, absolutely not. And frankly, that penalty by Fitzgerald looks even worse now.
It does.
We have a whistle before the snap, and we're going to have another discussion. I don't know if the officials knew each other real well before the game, but they are definitely getting to know each other here in the last few plays.
You know, between this and the play where they didn't make the first down earlier, when all 5 officials had to meet about that.
Right.
Where he was clearly 2 yards, at least a yard and a half short.
Right. Although, I probably shouldn't go here, but this crew's working a man short, right?
Yeah, they are.
We're expecting another linesman.
You can tell them that story, yeah.
While we were waiting to talk to Coach Gatto in the pregame, we found out down on the field that there was another linesman that wouldn't be here till the 3rd quarter. So, they're working shorthanded, and that may be part of the problem. Looks like we're finally ready to go. No penalty there. It's 1st and 10, and another whistle.
Wait a second.
And now we've got play clock problems. Oh no, the game clock started running. It was 4:05 and it's down to 3:55. So now they're going to reset it, and it was clearly at 4:05, but I think he just said 4:07, which is close enough for rock and roll. I don't know about for football. They haven't reset it yet, and we're about ready to play. Okay. Last week it was cramps. This week it's meetings. Still waiting for a clock reset, and I don't know if there's trouble with the clock or if the communication is just off.
Well, while we're waiting, the sun is setting, and those silver helmets of the Magic still look great.
There you go. I love it when my partner's looking for the positive, and that's beautiful. And you are right. They are looking good, glistening in the lights of the stadium. All right, there's a cheer, bit of a Bronx cheer from the home side. 4:05, they got it, so we're ready to go. 1st down 10, ball at the 40. Laut's in the backfield. Laut takes the handoff, looking downfield, over the middle, throws into traffic. It's dropped by his intended receiver, Trent DeWitt. He also had a man, Thompson, flying down the far side. Looked a little more open. I don't think he saw him. So that's going to bring up 2nd down 10. 4:01 remaining. I tell you, Laut did a nice job, though, of getting rid of the ball quickly. I've been impressed with both quarterbacks, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they've both played well. They've both been pressured, honestly, the whole game as well. So
Barberton in the spread this time. Laut will pitch the option out to Gatto, and he's hit hard. He snapped back for a loss of about a half a yard, maybe a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Didn't pick up the tackler there. I think it may have been Kirkland again. Or possibly Perkis.
there's just no spacing on that play. I mean, it just, right from the get-go, it looks disrupted.
Yeah, and they're running it to the short side of the field, which makes it even more of a problem. So we got a new man in the backfield this time. No, we don't. That's Gatto. My eyes are deceiving me. Lauk.
Nice.
Looking for a screen over the middle.
Man.
Caught, but took a while to get to DeWitt. I think he put a little bit too much air under it because Witt definitely had some room to roam up the middle. It was a well-conceived play.
Well-conceived.
But only a gain up to the 37, which is going to bring up 4th and 7 for the Magics. 3 and counting here in the first half. And all indications are they're going to go for it. Out wide is Noah Wright to the far side, to the near side. It's Mark Tavanello. DeWitt at the H-back, looking to pass. Caught inside the 30. Looks like he's got a first down. Was Tavanello?
What number is that? I can't see the number.
And he may have, yes, it is Tavanello. He's still down. So a little bit of a twist of the knee maybe on the tackle, the knee or the ankle. The trainers are coming out to take a look at him. 2:38 remaining, and that was enough for the first down. The ball be spotted at the 29-yard line. So a nice job by Lauk of finding his man and picking up that first down. And
yeah, that was a nice play. You know, he looked right. Enough spacing over there. I'll tell you what, though, they need Tavanello. They can't do this without him.
Yeah, and he is up, but under assistance. It looks like something on the left leg, either the knee or the ankle, most likely. Don't want to speculate, though. Could have been anything. The trainers are taking a look at him here on the near side. Doesn't appear to be what we had so much of last week, which was a cramp.
Right.
But
that was a long throw by the quarterback. That's a very long throw from the right hash to the left sideline. Very nice.
Yeah, the novice football fan may think, well, that was a pickup of 8 or 9 yards, not a long pass, but he threw that, 50 yards in the air, maybe?
That was
40 or 50
throw.
yards. So they're attending to Tavanello down below. We'll let you know if we find out anything. But first down 10 for Barberton at the Stowe, 29. Barberton trails by 2 scores. Gatto alongside Lauk in the backfield. He takes the snap, looks to pass again. He's got a man open. He pulls it in. And that time it's number 8, Vernon Reynolds, with his first catch of the night. Reynolds, the sophomore, 5'7", 145. Nice job of going up in the air and pulling it down with 2 hands. Took a hit, kept the ball, and picked up another first down to the 18-yard line. 1:59 remaining in the first half. I'm going to let you know we'll be joined at halftime by Barberton Superintendent Jason Andrus. Looking forward to talking to him.
Nice throw there, nice catch.
Lauk's in the shotgun. Looked like we might have had offsides. He'll dump it into the flats, and the ball is batted down. Nearly intercepted there once again by Kirkland, who's all over the field for Stowe.
Got a little lucky there. They'll take it, though. Drive continues. Still have plenty of time to put this in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 10. Barberton at the Stowe 18-yard line.
You know, attacking the wide side of the field has worked for them tonight because the top side corner is giving all kinds of space.
That's an excellent point, and I could see that maybe playing into this play. Rolling right is Lauk. He looks back over the middle and just threw it behind his man. The pass was intended for Trent DeWitt, but he couldn't pull it in, thrown a little behind him. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 now at the 18-yard line. So at the very least, I think they'd like to get it a little closer for a field goal attempt. Of course, they'd like to punch it in here. Barberton down 21-7, late first half.
think Coach Gatto would take any points here, but I don't think he's even going to try a field goal.
Earn the spread. Lauk alone in the backfield. And what? What do we have? A flag, very late flag. Something is pointing to Stowe, but they're clapping. So they're apparently happy to give him a free 5 yards because.
What?
I don't know what the call was. I didn't see anybody jump off sides. Perhaps that's what it was. So it's now 3rd and 5 at the 13. Lauk in an empty backfield again. He'll take the snap. He pulls it down. He's looking to run. Not much there. He's hit. He's struggling. Gets it up to about the 11.
That's close.
So it's going to make an interesting 4th down here. If they're going to go for it or not, it's going to be 4th and where they spot him. 4th and almost. We'll call it 3. 4th and 3, and Coach Gatto's going to take a timeout.
Yeah, no. Not his first rodeo. Going to take some time here. You know, he's relying on his quarterback quite a bit this entire first half. You know, I should know this, Ron. Is he playing defense? Is his quarterback playing defense?
Lauk?
Yeah.
I believe he is.
I think he is playing defense. And
he's playing linebacker on defense.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be tired. This is a big play. So what do you got? You got 4th and about 4 yards, a little less than 4 yards probably. Tavanello's out. Is Tavanello still out? Yeah, he's still sitting down here.
Yeah, helmet off, down below. Don't want to speculate, but at the very least, it looks like they're going to wait and take a closer look at halftime, but we'll try to find out at halftime as to his availability for the second half. And as Chris said,
have we seen Gatto? I think putting the ball in Gatto's hand is. I mean, we haven't seen that spark in the last few minutes. That wouldn't be a bad idea here.
Snap to Lauk. Looking to pass. He's got a man open at the 5, and it's caught.
Nice play.
That'll be a first down. The catch, again, by Vernon Reynolds, who's stepping up big here. And wait a minute. Stowe thinks it was incomplete, but not the case. It'll be first down and goal from the 5 for the Magics, and they're going to spike it to talk about it. 1 minute to go. And where's the scoreboard telling me how many timeouts? I think Coach Gatto has taken his 3rd timeout. Maybe has one in his pocket. I know he's taken 2. Let's take a look at. He's taken all 3.
I know he took one down here to the right.
Yeah. They got a little bit different way of showing them on the scoreboard here with that little dots underneath.
Oh, yeah.
So they're out of timeouts. That's why they spiked it there. So now it's 2nd down and goal, even though the marker says 1st. Pass into the end zone, a little too deep in the corner, incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd and goal, 56 seconds remaining in the first half. So my guys on the markers on the far side are, there we go. Now they're catching up. So we have 3rd down on the 5. Ball spotted on the near side hash, so lots of room to the right side. To Chris's point, let's see if they try to run something to Gatto that way, although he's lined up to the left of Lauk in the shotgun. Lauk looking to pass. He throws it in the end zone. It's picked off in the end zone. The receiver, Chris, looked like he kind of quit on the pass.
Yeah, he did.
And the defender stepped up.
Well, to be fair, I mean, that defender, I mean, he cut the receiver off, I think, too. Nice play by the defender.
It looked like Harrington. Was that? It looks like Harrington who picked it off. The all everything, or no? Is that no 6 for the Bulldogs? Who is Caden Boyd, the running back? So nice job by Boyd with the interception. 51 seconds remaining in the first half. The Bulldogs continue to lead by 2 scores. They are up 21-7. Let's see if they try to make some noise or if they play it safe here. Harrington in the backfield. He's got Perkis with him. Harrington rolling to the right. Dumps it off to Perkis across the 25 to the 30 to the 32. Taken down by number 4, Andres de la Trinidad with the tackle. Clock running down to 43 seconds. Harrington, pass outside to number 10, Rickelman. Rickelman, I believe, with his 3rd catch on the night. He takes it out of bounds up at the 36-yard line. 2nd down and about 6. 38 seconds. Rickelman did get out of bounds. Senior quarterback Harrington in control. He's got Perkis to his left. 2 receivers to the left, far side. Shotgun snap. Harrington looking downfield. Now he'll tuck it and run to the far side. Still looking downfield. Finds a man on the sideline. Caught by Dalen Keeling. Caught a big touchdown earlier. Keeling gets out of bounds. So they are moving the ball. They have 31 seconds and 3 timeouts left, Chris. So this is the territory on the field where they might start taking some chances, right?
Nice job rolling onto the left, staying alive.
Harrington with Perkis in the backfield. He'll take the snap, looking to pass again. Throws it to the far side, taken out of bounds for a gain of about 5 or 6.
That was Perkis again, you think? You said?
I missed the receiver on that. I don't believe it was Perkis. I think
number 6, I think.
It was either Gideon Larlam or it could have been Boyd, 6. Spread offense again. Harrington. 27 seconds remaining first half. Ball on the 49-yard line of the Magics. Pass completed on the far side at the 41. That was once again to Keeling, who got out of bounds. Stowe doing a really good job here working the sidelines. 23 seconds, and they still have all 3 timeouts left. So I'm wondering.
Great job.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you take a timeout after this play just to regroup, get your guys a quick breath, and then try to put it in the end zone. 1st and 10, ball on the 41 of Barberton. Harrington in the backfield for Stowe. He's dropping deep. He's rolling to the near side. He's got eyes down the field. He's got a man open, and it's caught by Rickelman at the 18. Takes it down near the 10 before he's brought down, and they're going to take one of those timeouts.
Might be a holding back here. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Didn't see the flag, but there it is. So what looked like a huge play for the Bulldogs is going to end up being a big play for the Magic.
That's going to be a killer.
Yeah, we're down to 14 seconds now, and after they mark off these 10 yards, they're going to be back on the other side of the 50 at the 49. So, but with, you got a senior quarterback with the arm of Harrington. He's got a chance to go deep or even in the mid-range in the middle. He's got at least 2 plays here.
Well, they're going to take a shot. That's for sure.
Harrington rolls to the near side, looking downfield, another flag. He's got it to Rickelman at the 36, and what do we have this time? Starting to be a bit of a flag fest here. In the offensive backfield was the flag. Let's see what the call was. Illegal participation? Is that what he's... Did somebody come onto the field late, or a sideline infraction maybe? It
looks like it's on Barberton.
A substitution foul. That's going to be refused. So 9 seconds left. Still probably time for 2 plays. Ball's spotted at the 37. Rolling to the far side, Harrington. Now he'll change course, come back to the near side. He's running out of time. He's going to try to get out of bounds, and he does. With 2 seconds left, he gets out at the 30-yard line. So Stowe will have one more opportunity unless Martin Potter wants to test out his long field goal kicker from right here. Chris, help me on my math, but we're looking at about a 47, 48-yarder.
About a 47-yarder.
Yeah. So I think that's in the range of the, I believe Aaron Darrow is the long kicker. So let's see what Martin Potter wants to do here. He's got some options. He's got a strong arm quarterback, mobile, who can make things happen. Some talented receivers, but he's also got some kickers in it. I have to let our listeners know this, Chris. So multiple times in the pregame, Chris elbowed me and said, you know that kicker is still out there practicing. So and it was Darrow 74. So he's got to be loose, if not tired. Let's see. I don't see a kicker coming out, so it looks like they're going to try to put it in the end zone. Certainly he can get it there. No problem with that. So empty backfield, Harrington, 2 seconds remaining. Stowe up 21-7 here just before halftime. All right, the senior takes the snap, drops back, steps up into the pocket. He's got trouble, and he's going to go down. A really nice offensive play that time by number 55 for Barberton. That's Rico Varner Jr.
I think this is illegal. Okay.
What?
It's holding, so we're good, but not good, but the half's over.
Now, there was time for another flag, and we got one, but they're going to turn that down. So let's take a quick break here. Let's take a 30-second timeout to pay our dues from the second quarter, and we'll be back. Our halftime guest is Barberton Superintendent Jason Andrus, and we'll also take a look at what we saw here in the first half. So we'll be right back.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Or if you're in retirement and want a second opinion, let's talk. Edward Jones financial advisor Vince Rosnack can help. Stop by or call Vince today at 234-571-9913 to set an appointment. Or stop by the office at 529 Canton Road in Ellett, across from Eastgate Plaza.
Okay, we're back here at halftime. A couple of really big bands are ready to entertain us here. We'll look forward to that. The halftime score, Stowe Munroe Falls Bulldogs 21, the Barberton Magic 7. That score might indicate a game that is starting to get away from us, but I don't think so. Barberton's been right in this right from the start, and we'll see what happens in the second half, but they've got some guys who can strike quickly. So we'll take a look at what happened in the first half after we talk with Barberton Superintendent Jason, I'm sorry. I knew I'd blow that.
That's all right.
Jason Andrus, superintendent of the Barberton School. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about football, Jason. The Magic's last few years have not been what they'd hoped for, but Coach indicated in the pregame when we spoke to him that this group of seniors, and now with a really solid group of sophomores coming up, he likes the future. He hopes to be above 500 this year, and I can see that as a certain possibility, and better things coming. As a superintendent, I know you have to have a very broad view of not just your athletic department, but the academics and the extracurriculars. How do you see both the football team and the program as a whole?
Yeah, most certainly. And first, I just would like to thank the Fifth Dimension Radio for having us on. Tremendous night here in Barberton, Ohio, Friday night football. Yeah, Coach Gatto, he's a proud Barberton High School graduate himself. This is his 12th season as head coach here. He was our featured speaker this week at the Magic City Kiwanis meeting on Wednesday. But yeah, most certainly. I know Coach is excited about the sophomore group he has and this group of seniors. I know they're learning and fighting each week. And you can feel it here tonight. We had our Magic Mayhem before kickoff. So a tip of the hat to the all sports boosters in our athletic department for tonight, and then just bringing the community together. That's what football is all about. And Friday night band, cheerleaders, it's just an awesome atmosphere.
Yeah, we're obviously up in the press box, but down below us looks like a really nice full stands on the home side. Certainly not a sellout, but a good group of folks who seem energized. You mentioned they came to a pregame event. And the one thing that all of the Summit County and probably Northeast Ohio sports fans have known for years and years, Barberton comes out to support their teams.
Oh, no question.
So my question to you, do we see a similar level of support in the academic programs, in the extracurriculars like band and so forth? I'm going to assume, but I want to hear from you. Is that your belief that you've got that same kind of support?
Oh, most certainly. I mean, Barberton's a great community, blue-collar town, hardworking town. I'm a proud graduate of Barberton High School myself, so very fortunate to have worked here my whole career and currently the superintendent of schools. No, Barberton's tremendous. We are starting a new strategic plan this year. It's called Destination 2030. It's really an approach that focuses on community partnerships, student attendance, staff attendance, and just that aspect of trying to bring everything together for student success.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're probably not the right guy to ask this, but I have to assume that you're at least aware of it if you're not right in the middle of it. So the Suburban League, the American and National Conference, there are going to be some changes next year.
Right.
And what are your feelings about that? You've had some schools, Talmadge, Kent, somebody else is leaving if I'm not mistaken.
I think Falls, maybe Colga Falls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I probably should already know this, but how is the Suburban League going to realign themselves for next year?
Right. I know pretty much the Suburban League is not going to miss a beat. I mean, I know those teams that were leaving communicated early, and I know the teams and the league commissioner had taken steps to try to secure teams to fill in.
Okay. And do we know about that? Again, I probably should be asking your athletic director.
Yeah, I know Mr. Sable would know, and I'm trying to think of the teams off. I do know our status will remain the same in the American Conference. Yeah,
okay.
The Small Schools Conference.
Awesome.
And but looking forward to that. I mean, it's always a little sad when you see teams leave, and Colga Falls is that natural rival for us.
Yeah.
We have the Bell game, and I think it's our intention to try to keep them on our schedule.
Awesome.
Yeah, but the Suburban League has done a nice job. We're very fortunate to play in the league and to be associated with it. It's a great opportunity for our student athletes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What else in the school system? We tend to talk about the schools at a high school football game as if we're talking only about high schools, but what about the middle school? What about the elementaries? Anything that you want to share with the listening audience? Some things that are happening there that you take particular pride in, or?
Yeah, but this has been a tremendous start to the school year and a really big school year as far as our transition, and we are really trying to look out 5 years, and as I mentioned before, that Destination 2030. This year, pre-K to 5, we have a new literacy adoption program. It's called Success for All, and it's not just reading. It's actually a whole school reform that focuses on student success, and it's kind of some of those barriers that happen within the school day or school calendar, school week, but looking at academics, how do we support students, our home to school relationship, or relationship with our parents and caregivers, student attendance, and of course our business community, and how we can bring them in to help support students. So that's happening pre-K to 5. Our middle school is under new leadership with Dr. Perkins. He's come to us this year. And then at the high school this year, we are starting a 9th grade success program for transitioning. So this was one of the first years in a long time we actually had a dedicated orientation day for 9th graders and as well as 6th graders. So they had a full day by themselves to get acquainted with staff and the buildings. But we've had a great start, and we're looking forward to continued success there.
That's awesome. So my hat's off to you. I have teachers galore in my family, including my wife, who actually is teaching at Stowe Monroe Falls. So
Awesome.
I have no allegiance to either school tonight, but I know at least somebody in my family is pulling for the other side, and I apologize for that.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right.
She should be, right? Knowing so many educators, I know how tough of a job that is. I know the countless hours, I see them in my own household, that teachers are putting in, and it appears that we're in an era where instead of being held up and exalted like maybe they were in my childhood, the opposite is starting to happen. What, if that's even close to being true, what can we do as a community to change the tide on that?
Well, just the state of public education and the realization that the impact educators, staff, everybody associated with the school has on a child's life. In particular, a district like Barberton, it does take a village, and we really rely on our whole staff. We're 500 plus staff members. We had a great convocation day with staff. We brought in the band, cheerleaders, introduced new staff, and one thing we did different, we brought back 3 alumni. One of those was John Kaminsky, who just recently retired from the Detroit Lions. So he was one of our 3 guests that came back, and I asked the panel of the 3, questions related to our core values, and they directly talked about their experiences they had with teachers in the Barberton schools. So it was really a tremendous day, and I thank them for coming in. And I think our staff got a taste of, they may not hear it every day, they may not hear it often, but they truly make a difference in the lives of kids.
It's awesome to hear about that, and that I agree with you 100%, that the more we can do things of that nature to help the average community member realize that people continuously leave these different school systems and succeed. Let's concentrate a little more on that and put the effort in. So I want to thank you for all that you do. The community of Barberton have never lived here, but I tell you, the one thing that everybody that I know, when you come to Barberton, you know you're going to a first-class facility, whether it's the school itself, the gym, the foot. So there's an enormous pride here. And I don't think that, it's cliche, but pride doesn't ever graduate, right? And that's kind of what you were just saying about those guys coming back. So continue fighting the good fight, keep up the good work, and we really appreciate you letting us come out here tonight for what's been a really entertaining first half, and we look forward to even more in the second half.
Awesome, that'll be great. Yeah, looking forward to the Magics coming out and making those adjustments, and just want to thank the Fifth Dimension again for this opportunity.
Well, that's Jason Andrus, the superintendent at Barberton City Schools. Thanks, Jason. Let's take this opportunity to take a quick break, and we'll come back to talk about what happened in the first half.
Horse racing is a great sport, and now you can have a horse in the race. Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning horse ownership experience. Purchase as little as 1% of a racehorse and pay a set monthly fee. No surprises, modest investment, low risk, and completely accessible and transparent operations. TheStable.ca offers a unique, engaging racehorse ownership experience and features great customer service and consistent updates about your horse. Our innovative video production team tracks your horse's training progress, and clients are encouraged to visit the horses at any time. TheStable.ca is right for harness racing, and if you want to have a horse in the race, it's right for you too. For more information about The Stable, email Anthony at thestable.ca or call 519-400-4263.
We're back here at halftime at Rudy Sharkey Stadium in Barberton, where the Magics trail the Stowe Monroe Falls Bulldogs 21-7. A very entertaining first half. Stowe pulled away just a bit here in the second quarter, but we'll look forward to see if the Magics can gather themselves and come back here in the second half. We want to again thank our halftime guest, Jason Andrus. Chris Canova rejoining us in the booth. We'll let Chris get set. We'll take this 30-second timeout, and we'll be back to review the first half.
Jobs for Ohio's Graduates, JOG for short, is a workforce readiness nonprofit covering Northeast Ohio, including Ashland, Medina, Stark, Summit, and Trumbull counties, helping youth ages 14 to 24 and adults complete their education, develop soft skills, and start their careers. To make this possible, we need people like you to support the next generation of the workforce and partner with JOG today. Go to jogworks.org, JOGWORKS.org for more ways to mentor and hire JOG participants, attend events, and more.
All right. One thing I want to take care of right away here is this is the Edward Jones halftime report, and we want to thank our sponsor, Edward Jones, and Vince Rosnack, who is with Edward Jones in the Ellett neighborhood of Akron. So if you have any needs for financial planning, and boy, who doesn't, get a hold of Vince, and he'll take care of you. So, Chris, you're back in the booth here, and great time here at Barberton, always is, catching up with old friends. And at halftime, boy, it did slow down a bit, but with that first quarter, we were off and running with Stowe and Barberton both scoring on first possessions. You want to remind us of how those things happened?
Sure. So we opened up with Stowe getting the ball and really just marching down the field, doing a variety of things, running the ball, passing the ball, culminating with a 20-yard pass play to number 6. Help me out here, Ron. I'm sorry, not number 6. It was to Rippleman. The tight end from Stowe, one of their college prospects. Great play by their quarterback, Jake Harrington. And then Barberton came back, opened up with a what looked like a full house backfield, and surprised the Stowe Bulldogs with a nice little pass play. A pass play from Lauk to number, help me out here, Ron, number 6, Caden Boyd, and tied the score up here at 7 in the first quarter. Then we turned back to Stowe, and we had another pass from Jake Harrington to this time number 6. And that was
Boyd.
That was Boyd.
Yeah. And Barberton number 6 was Clee Thompson caught that pass. Yeah.
And then so that was 14-7 Stowe. Then we closed out the quarter with a blocked punt by the Bulldogs, and that's where we're at today, or where we're at right now, 21-7. The Magics did threaten, almost put another score on the board here to close out the second half or quarter, but Stowe picked one off in the end zone. Ron, who was the who intercepted that ball? Do you recall?
That was Harrington, the quarterback, I believe.
So Harrington throwing the ball over the field.
I stand corrected. Caden Boyd picked off the ball.
Boyd is everywhere tonight.
Yeah.
For the Bulldogs, has made plays offensively, defensively, and the Magics haven't really been able to contain him anywhere.
The fumble recovery in the end zone, though, I thought we were at a turning point there, because Stowe gets the quick touchdown, they kick the extra point, but right after the touchdown, Kirkland, who had fallen on the ball, we're still only speculating, but obviously said or did something that caught the officials' attention, resulting in an unsportsmanlike conduct, which set the ball back 15 yards, and it took them a while to remember that. Once they did that, there was still surprising, I think is the word to us, confusing. They were able to punt for, instead of a place kick, the kicker, and included in that was an offsides because the guys had never punted in that situation before. So, like, of the 11, I'm going to say 8 of the Stowe players were offside. Then we came back and we had a delay of, 10, it seemed like 10 minutes, maybe not that long, trying to figure out how to administer all that. But the end result was Barberton got great field position about the 41-yard line going in Stowe territory, and I thought, boy, they're going to get right back in this game here. But Stowe's defense stepped up, and they picked off the ball in the end zone, and here we are. We're still at 21-7 at halftime. We're going to take one more break here and come back and get you set for the start of the second half as the Barberton band has entertained us, and the Stowe band, if you've probably heard them in the background. 2 excellent bands. Stowe is a huge band, so hats off to both of those. We'll take this 30-second timeout and hear from Vince Rosnack, Edward Jones Investments.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Or if you're in retirement and want a second opinion, let's talk. Edward Jones financial advisor Vince Rosnack can help. Stop by or call Vince today at 234-571-9913 to set an appointment. Or stop by the office at 529 Canton Road in Ellett, across from Eastgate Plaza.
I want to do this game. So we're back here at Barberton High School. Enjoyed our talk with Jason Andrus, the superintendent for Barberton. We're really happy to have Chris Canova with us, and Chris indicated that he probably will come back again next week. We haven't scared him away yet, although we have another half to do that. About a minute to go here at halftime. I haven't seen the teams take the field yet as the bands are just leaving. Just as the first week, very entertaining first half. A 2-score lead, but with Barberton's athletes, Chris, I think, there's danger for Stowe if they get too comfortable. Barberton can strike quickly, as we saw on the big pass to Clee Thompson there in the first half.
Yeah, I think you were, alluding to this, before we went to break. Stowe needs to count on their discipline, right? I mean, they're a very disciplined, well-coached team, and they have an outstanding quarterback. Their tight end is out of this world. Have a couple really special players, and but discipline's the name of their game. Excuse me. And when they get out of that, Barberton takes advantage. Clearly, because they don't necessarily have the speed that Barberton has, and they don't necessarily have the athletes that Barberton has.
Right.
And that was displayed in that penalty. A couple different penalties. They're very fortunate. Do you remember the 15-yard penalty, the extent of the drive that Barberton had?
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Went on 4th down.
Right.
Barberton went for it on 4th and 12. They didn't get it, and there was a personal foul on Stowe, 1st down.
Right. That was around the 40-yard line, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Would have had the ball in great field position.
This game could easily be tied up at 21-21 based upon, just things that could easily not have happened. But that being said, they were able to persevere, and I think Barberton gets the ball.
Yeah.
To start the second half.
Right.
They need to build on that last drive, which is really good. Kind of spread Stowe out. Take advantage of those little, 5 to 7 yard pass plays. I think that opened up a little bit more running room. for the Magics, and hopefully that will get them in the end zone here and make this a closer game.
So we've got 1:42 here before the start of the second half, and Bob Felmley, I'm going to call a little bit of an audible here and ask you to let's hear from Edward Jones Realty one more time, and we'll be back with the start of the second half.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Or if you're in retirement and want a second opinion, let's talk. Edward Jones financial advisor Vince Rosnack can help. Stop by or call Vince today at 234-571-9913 to set an appointment. Or stop by the office at 529 Canton Road in Ellett, across from Eastgate Plaza.
Back here in Barberton, the officials are meeting with the captains at midfield to determine which direction we're going to go here. Barberton, as Chris mentioned, will get the ball here to start the second half. I think, Chris, because I'm often wrong, tell me I'm wrong here, but if Barberton can mount a drive, even if they don't score, but if they can get it deep into Stowe territory and set the field position here at the start of the second half, I think they're still in the ball game. If they go 3 and out, they're certainly still in the ball game, but that certainly tilts things in the Bulldogs' favor.
Yeah, I agree. I'm curious how the Magic is going to come out. If they're going to go back to how they started the game in that full house backfield. Let's face it, they have a bunch of guys going both ways. They probably can't go spread the entire game, run their athletes, downfield the entire night, and expect them to play defense.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
It's very tough. Even though it's a comfortable night here, it's not 50 degrees. These guys are getting worn out for sure. Hey, I got a quick update here on some other scores from the Suburban American tonight. Highland is up 21-0 on Hudson. I don't think a lot of people saw that coming. Aurora way up on Lutheran West, 40-0. Cuyahoga Falls leading North 13-6. No score from Streetsboro and Roosevelt, and Copley leading Firestone 42-13. So that's a look at the Suburban American. We'll see if we can get some Suburban National scores here. Maybe at the next break. The officials are out on the field now. I see a quick one, Chris. Wadsworth's leading New Albany 35-0. Again, we know Wadsworth's tough. New Albany's normally a pretty strong program, but the Grizzlies are up big. So here we are, second half. Kickoff by Stowe. And kicking it off is Noah Levick. He approaches, gets into the ball. It's going to go deep inside the 5, taken on the far side. Looks like Cleve Thompson, a little hard picking up his number. He's up over the 20 and taken down at the 25-yard line. And that was Cleve Thompson on the return. Those shiny helmets, Chris, are starting to blind me.
They are blinding me as well.
A little harder time seeing the numbers here in the second half. So we'll start. Ball spotted right at the 25. Barberton 1st and 10.
Jason Andres was very proud of those uniforms. He's like, hey, how do you like those new uniforms? I'm like, I like them a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe not right this second, but I do like them a lot. And you're right, they're glaring in my eyes. They come out in the spread.
It's Gatto in the backfield alongside the quarterback, Laux. Laux takes a snap, hands to Gatto up the middle for no gain, maybe a half yard. We'll call it 2nd and 10. Just underway here, second half. Stowe leading Barberton 21-7. Ron Whitmer and Chris Canova on Fifth Dimension Radio. Glad to have you along tonight, reminding you that you can watch. Yeah, that's right, video. You can watch and hear a replay of this game at 6 o'clock on WAOH.TV Monday at 6 p.m. The game will also be posted to Fifth Dimension Radio's website Saturday night for your pleasure. Laux at quarterback. 2nd and 10. Looks to pass to the near side. It looked like the ball might have skipped off the field, but they're going to call it a completion. And that was caught by number 9, Noah Wright, for a loss, actually, of about a half a yard inside the 25. They're going to spot it right at the 24. 3rd down and 11. Big play for Barberton. They definitely want to get something out of this first drive of the second half. And as Chris mentioned, the number of players dressed for Barberton significantly less than Stowe, and a lot of times with guys playing both ways, they can wear down in the second half. We'll look to see if that's a factor. Barberton back in the spread. 2 out wide to the far side. Snap. Laux looking over the middle, and it's intercepted and then drops. It looked for a second there like number 6, Caden Boyd. There's that name again, Chris. Looked like he had one. Fell out of his hands, but it's going to bring up a 4th and 11 for the Magics.
That young man is everywhere tonight.
And which reminds me, I'm not trying to prejudice you here, but we do need to pick a player of the game. So as we get towards the 4th quarter, kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Okay.
Well, they've punted once and had it blocked. So here we go again.
Snap is good. Punt is away this time, just barely. A fair catch called by Stowe. And that is number 3, Harrington, who was back. He does it all. He was receiving punts now. Made the fair catch, and Stowe will have the ball just outside of Barberton territory at the Stowe 47. 10-20, 3rd quarter. Stowe leads 21-7. So our crowd is hanging in there here on the Barberton side. Seems to have thinned out a little bit, but they're enjoying what they're seeing for the most part, but they'd much rather their team was the team up by 2 scores.
Well, it's a beautiful night. I got to tell you, the bands are fantastic at halftime as well.
Yeah, they certainly were. Harrington under center. He'll pitch to the outside to Boyd. Boyd trying to run wide. He turns the corner. He's up over the 50 to the 49. Out of bounds there at that point. Give him a gain of about, well, they're going to give him 5 to the 48. So pick up a 5, brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice play by that defensive end out there. I can't read his number. That might be number 20. Is it number 23?
Yeah.
That is
23 is
Ellis.
Michael Ellis.
Michael Ellis. Nice play by that young man.
Fake handoff, tossed to the near side by Stowe. Across the 35 into the 34. The catch there again by Dalen Keeling. Another guy who's had a big night tonight. Keeling will take it for the first down to the 34. So Stowe on the move. They'd like to take total command here with a score.
I got to tell you, Harrington throws a great ball.
He does.
Wow.
You can see why he's started since his freshman year. He's really in command out there. Calling out signals. He'll hand it to Boyd up the middle. He makes a juke move up 10 yards, 15, across the 15 to 10, 5, and into the end zone for the touchdown. Boy, the first 10 was on his line. The last 15 was all about Caden Boyd as he pulled through some attempted tackles for the score. And Boyd has put Stowe up 27-7, pending the extra point. Nice run, Chris.
Beautiful run, right up the gut. Nice job of the offensive line. Did a nice job.
Yeah, we've got to call out that line. They've been working hard all night and doing some impressive things up front to help both the quarterback and the running back.
They really have done a nice job.
Miller to spot the ball. Darrow to attempt the extra point. Snap. Kick is up a little lower, but he still got it across the crossbar. It's good. A late flag again. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Do we have another unsportsmanlike? It kind of looks that way. This will shock you, but the officials have gathered to talk about it. Okay. Yeah, that's what we have. Unsportsmanlike. I got to believe it was on Stowe. I couldn't hear the official as to whether it was or not.
Against Stowe.
But again, Stowe's had a really nice game tonight, but there's always something to clean up, and I'm certain that Coach Potter is not going to be happy with those unforced fouls. I mean, just
he is not going to be happy. You called that. I think you're being nice.
Yeah, and I'm not sure who that one was on. It's pretty clear the first one was on Kirkland, we think. Maybe it wasn't. That's how mysterious the first one was. But
well, I'm going to give the Barberton kids some credit here. You know what? They could be reacting that way. They're not.
Right. Yes, they very much maintain their composure.
And they hustled out there. They're the team on the field right now. They're looking like the team that has composure. I know they're down, but I give them credit.
So Stowe leads 28-7, 9:08 remaining third quarter. If it is Levick, Noah Levick off of the soccer team. He's 5'9", senior, 155 pounds. Thompson, along with Vernon Reynolds, are back for Barberton. So this ball be spotted once again at 25. And thankfully, Chris, they're going to do us a favor and kick this one so we don't have to try to figure out what we don't know.
It's not like it worked out for him last time.
Yeah, exactly. So Levick's had a big leg earlier, but this time he's kicking from the 25. So let's see where he can drive this one to. Oh, this is a squib kick. Across the 40, Barberton fields it there. Up to the 45, where the tackle is made by number 7 for the Bulldogs. Number 7 is Colton Barker on the tackle. The return was by Trent DeWitt for Barberton. So Barberton will have the ball at their own 45. Again, good field position. Now you got to take advantage of that and try to get right back in the game here.
Got a lot of game left. 9 minutes of the third quarter.
I'm looking down below here, and some of the brave souls who came in T-shirts and shorts are starting to shiver a little bit. It's a beautiful fall night.
It is.
Perfect football weather. So Barberton will take it 1st and 10. Back to that power formation. Locks under, actually a new quarterback. Handoff to Gatto. He gets across the 45, across the 50 to the 45, inside the 40-yard line of Stowe. Nice run that time by Angelo Gatto to get the Barberton Magic moving. We have a new quarterback for Barberton. That's Jackson Hanlon, who handed the ball off that time. So Hanlon in at quarterback here to start the second half for the Magics.
Nice run.
Hanlon
shut down that left-hand side of the line. Very nice.
Hanlon's a 6'1 sophomore, under center this time. Looked like they jumped off sides. They did. They're going to whistle it dead. Stowe off sides. It'll bring up 1st and 5 for Barberton. So just what the doctor ordered for the Magics. A combination of mistakes by Stowe with unforced errors penalty-wise. A new quarterback and a big run from their running back to get them started here in the second half. And, we never want to jump the gun on things like this. We had a 17-point Springfield league last week that nearly whittled itself away. So let's see what the Magics can do here. They're going to stay in the power formation. The big fella's up in front of Gatto. Handoff to Gatto. He's coming to the near side. They're there to stop him this time, and he's going to lose a couple. Taken down by Perkis. Israel Perkis, another two-way player. He's had a nice game. It's going to be tough on us, Chris. I don't know. I hope you're already thinking about potential players of the game. But Perkis has had a big game. Keeling's had a big game. And, of course, I mean, Harrington's making it all happen, right? So,
And he never comes off the field.
yeah, absolutely. So it would be really hard not to call his number, but we'll have to see what happens here.
He's the quarterback.
There we go. Speaking of the quarterback, our new quarterback for Barberton, Jackson Hanlon, just threw it right to Noah Wright, who had to go through his fingers and out of bounds. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 now. 3rd and 8, ball spotted on the 38, and we have a man down. Looks like Clee Thompson is down for the Magic. The Magic's wide receiver who was not in the play, and he's actually, for the first time tonight, the way he's grabbing his toe, Chris, I'm thinking he has a cramp. I mean, that's the classic sign when the trainer comes out and starts rubbing that calf. So
looks like it.
We're not doctors up here. It could be something else, but he's looking like he pulled a cramp. So let's take this 30-second opportunity to hear from one of our sponsors.
Jobs for Ohio's Graduates, JOG for short, is a workforce readiness nonprofit covering Northeast Ohio, including Ashland, Medina, Stark, Summit, and Trumbull counties, helping youth ages 14 to 24 and adults complete their education, develop soft skills, and start their careers. To make this possible, we need people like you to support the next generation of the workforce and partner with JOG today. Go to jogworks.org, JOGWORKS.org for more ways to mentor and hire JOG participants, attend events, and more.
Ron Whitmer, Chris Canova back here at Barberton High School, where the Magics are on the move here trying to get back into the game. They trail by 3 scores, 28-7, 8:15 remaining third quarter, but they have the ball 3rd down and 8 at the Stowe 38-yard line. Hanlon in the backfield. He'll roll to the near side. He sets up the throw. He's got a man along the sideline caught.
Nice job.
Caught by Gatto. He makes a nice move at the 10 and into the end zone. Just what the Magics needed. Perfect pass right on the numbers by Hanlon. And oh my goodness. There's the dreaded yellow laundry on the field. A holding call against Barberton. And what was a very excited Barberton stands has gone silent. So I was following the play. I don't know who was.
Well, I was surprised they didn't call it. I think this referee down here to our side did not call it,
right,
which is where it happened. And the referee from the far side called it.
Yeah. That's what drives you crazy as a coach. And it doesn't even necessarily mean it's the wrong call, but when you see that, you just wonder, why didn't the guy right on top of it see it the same way?
He tackled him. I mean, it was a hold.
Yeah. So, getting it right's important, but, boy, what a big play, a play that was going to get the Magics not only some momentum, but within striking distance. So maybe they can come up with another one.
Well, nice throw by the sophomore. I'm trying to count how many sophomores Barberton has out there.
3rd and 17, Hanlon back to throw. Looking deep again. This time he overthrows his intended target, who was Terrian Bailey. So, yeah, the youth is starting to come out for Barberton in a nice first series here for Hanlon. Let's see what they do here. I mean, they're down 3 scores, and they're on the Stowe side of the field. They're going to punt, it appears. The punt team seems to be coming out. So at least a lift there, Chris, right?
Yeah,
They moved the ball. We saw some nice. The touchdown pass was just a thing of beauty. It's a shame for Hanlon's case that didn't count. So it's Gates back to punt for Barberton. And another flag on the field.
I mean, it didn't work out, but it's the first series where they looked like, an offense that knew what they wanted to do.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. So Gates will punt it away. Harrington back along with Jack Miller for Stowe. snap's a good one. Gates is running and kicking towards the sideline. Actually, a really nice kick. Angling it out of bounds inside. Well, picked up on just before it went out by Harrington. He'll get it back out to about the 24-yard line. Excellent punt that time by Gates. And likewise, a good play by Harrington. Saved his team another 10 yards or so.
I'm trying to keep stats on Harrington. I don't even know how to do it. I mean, he has return yards, he has passing yards, he has rushing yards. He hasn't had receiving yards yet, so I don't.
Well, there you go.
So maybe he shouldn't get player of the game just because of that.
Well,
reason.
let's send a message down to the coach, because I'm sure that's foremost in coach's mind. He's very concerned about who gets player of the game. All right, Harrington, our man is at quarterback. Israel Perkis alongside him in the backfield. Harrington, the senior, looks to throw, connects with Jack Miller on the far side. Miller with a pickup of about 7, maybe 8. So a nice first down completion for Harrington. Going to give him 8, almost 9. We'll call it 9. So second down 1. Laux back into the game at linebacker on defense. And I'll bring this up after this play, Chris, about Laux. Harrington calling signals, hands to Perkis. He runs up the middle. He's banged around, spun around, and taken down by number 51.
It's a nice job by Barberton there. I mean, as a fold block, well done by Stowe, but just the linebacker just played that. Just can't play it any better.
Yeah, I said 51. It's actually 57. Ronnie DeBerry with the tackle.
Yeah, excellent job.
I'm wondering if Lauk got pulled from quarterback as much for he's played both ways all game just to give him a breather for a series. That's certainly a possibility because he hasn't looked bad. Snap, fake handoff, tossed out to Rickelman on the near side. He's up over the 50, and boy, we needed a flag, and we got one. We got a hold this time against Stowe, and that'll bring that nice pass play back. Make it 2nd and 20 from the 25-yard line. So I tend to be way too much of Joe fan, Chris, and I apologize to the officials for that. They're calling what they need to call. I get that, but boy, just when we get some flow going in the game, then it's changed by a flag. But that's football. I get it, and if they weren't calling them, then guys would be holding all game long.
Yeah, I hear you. I'll say this, number 10 for Stowe. That young man is an athlete.
That time, Harrington's pass was just out of the reach of his intended receiver, who was Dalen Keeling. That'll bring up a 2nd down, 15.
We talked before the game, who the key players were for Stowe, and man, they called it right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody, the Coach Potter said that it's important to their team.
Roll out to the far side by Harrington. He hits his man, Rickelman, right along the sideline. It's caught inbounds, just short of the first down. It'll bring up a 3rd and about 2, maybe 3 yards. Yeah, I want to call out here some of those linemen for Stowe have done such a good job up front. We'll get to that here in a second. A little different looking formation. We got backs along both sides of Harrington this time for Stowe. He's in the shotgun. He hands it off to Perkis on the far side. Perkis easily picks up the first down and then some across the 50 to the 49. And they're going to spot it on the 49 of Barberton. So I want to call out some of these linemen for Stowe. We'll get that right after this play. Harrington this time with Perkis to the near side in the backfield. Spread offense. Harrington surveying the field, seeing what he's got. Takes the snap, drops back, looking downfield. Now,
my gosh.
Now he'll get out to the left. Has a man wide open on the far side at the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown if he didn't go out of bounds. It looks like he did not go out of bounds.
So
help me on this one.
They ran a double seam route. Both seam receivers were wide open.
And I believe that's your friend Caden Boyd, number 6.
Wow.
Is that, or no? That maybe was Miller, number 5. Jack Miller. Jack's a 5'8" junior, 165 pounds, and you were right, Chris. Wide open, did a great job to stay inbounds.
Was that 45? Where was that thrown from?
From the 49-yard line, 49-yard touchdown. Darrow in to attempt the extra point. Miller to hold. Snap, spot, kick is up, kick is good. So the Bulldogs have definitely pulled away at this point. They lead, 5:43 remaining, third quarter. Stowe leads 35-7 over the Barberton Magic. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Horse racing is a great sport, and now you can have a horse in the race. Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning horse ownership experience. Purchase as little as 1% of a racehorse and pay a set monthly fee. No surprises, modest investment, low risk, and completely accessible and transparent operations. TheStable.ca offers a unique, engaging racehorse ownership experience and features great customer service and consistent updates about your horse. Our innovative video production team tracks your horse's training progress, and clients are encouraged to visit the horses at any time. TheStable.ca is right for harness racing, and if you want to have a horse in the race, it's right for you too. For more information about The Stable, email Anthony at thestable.ca or call 519-400-4263.
Levick to kick it away for Stowe. Taken at the 5-yard line by Thompson. Thompson across the 15, hesitates, now goes to the far side across the 20, 25, 30, 35, and shoved out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. Nice return that time by Cleve Thompson for Barberton. Chris, our friend Jake Harrington's racking up some pretty impressive numbers.
He is. He has over 230 yards passing, 30 yards rushing. He has return yards. He's made, I don't know how many tackles he's had. He's had several tackles. He's all over the place.
Did he serve water at halftime? If I hear that, then I know where my vote's going. All right, Barberton's gonna stick with Jackson Hanlon, the 6'1" sophomore at quarterback. Hanlon's got Gatto, the veteran, alongside him in the backfield. And a timeout from Stowe, who saw something a little different and wanted to make sure they're on the same page. So we'll keep it right here. Stowe, very impressive tonight, Chris. They're up 35-7. Coach told us before the game that he really felt like the ship was heading in the right direction. He really liked his line, and I feel terrible for linemen, because especially offensive linemen, when they're doing their job, they don't get called out enough. So, we're talking about Lorenzo Fitzgerald, Nicholas Cantini, Aiden Blevins, Thomas Alkman, and Jaden McKay were the starters up front, and the guys behind them, Nick Gallagher, Tantrell Harden. Just a fabulous job, protecting the quarterback. He's had a little bit of pressure, but for the most part, he's been well protected, and when he has had pressure, Harrington's been able to escape to the outside. So those guys doing a heck of a job up front, and there's some big fellas to be sure, but they've been active and mobile and doing a great job for the Stowe offense. Hats off to those linemen.
I agree. Rickelman you can throw in there as well as a tight end.
Yeah, blocking and catching. The snap is fumbled. It's loose on the field, and it looks like Thompson may have gotten on it for Barberton. So a low snap. Hanlon wasn't able to control it. Big loss of about 8 on the play. Will bring up 2nd and 18 for Barberton. So the first quarter and a half, the Magics were right there. But as we surmised, so many guys going both ways on a small squad to begin with. Definitely shows up often in the second half. And it looks to be for Barberton. Let's see if they can put something together here. Another low snap. This time Hanlon catches it, throws it into traffic, and it's incomplete as he attempted to get the ball into nowhere right there, and Wright paid the price for the throw coming late over the middle.
Yeah, he was very lucky there. I mean, very lucky that A, it wasn't intercepted, and B, that receiver didn't get absolutely killed over the middle.
Hanlon, a nice job that time, though, handling the snap. It didn't hit the ground, but it was low. He gathered it, and his pass was pretty much on the money, just a little late, and his receiver paid the price. Gatto in the backfield with Hanlon. Snaps right on the money this time. He'll step up into the pocket. He looks, has a man, and it's dropped at about the 38-yard line. And depending on which side of the field you're on, that was either an interference or a great no call. And then after the fact, now we got all kinds of flags.
All kinds of flags.
And we talked about the Barberton poise, and I think at least the last flag would have been on Barberton for something they said. Did you understand the first 2 flags here right after the play?
No, I don't.
So it's either going to be offsetting.
But there are 5 officials in the middle of the field talking.
Yeah, and, we were told there would be a 6th in the third quarter. He's running out of time. It's 4:37 to go. So.
And this is a long third quarter, too.
Yeah, it certainly is. So they got something sorted out here. We're trying to determine here whether it's offsetting penalties or if both calls are against Barberton. Unsportsmanlike against Stowe. And then the second one against Barberton offsets. And that's a killer for Barberton because you got some free yardage there and somebody had to say something. Coach Gatto not happy. You wouldn't expect that he would be. But it looked like, and I hate to even say this because it may well not have been, but it looked like the official was standing right next to Trent DeWitt when he threw the the last flag. There were 2 flags against Stowe. So it may have been DeWitt, maybe not. But somebody said something over there, and instead of a nice 15-yard penalty, it's offsetting, and now it's 4th down because it was dead ball. They lose the down. It's 4th and 18 or 19.
The Stowe team has some work to do on the control side, discipline side.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to like about what we've seen. Oh, fake punt. Pass is caught at the 45, but well short of the first down.
I like it.
Yeah, what do they got to lose, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, pass was caught by Clee Thompson, pickup of about 8, but it's not going to be enough for the first down, so Stowe's going to take over at the 35 of Barberton. And to finish that thought, Chris, exactly right. I mean, player for player, Stowe has outplayed Barberton, but they're not going to outplay the better teams on their schedule and then still get away with the kind of silliness that's costing them big yardage.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but hopefully they use this as a lesson.
Oh, you can be sure Coach Poter's going to make a big point about that this week in practice. But certainly a lot to like for Stowe. They're at the 35 of Barberton. They lead 35-7. Harrington set up at the 40, gives to Boyd. Boyd around the left side, picks up about 7. Running hard all night long. Just so much talent here at the skilled positions for Stowe.
they're strong. A bunch of strong running backs. I wouldn't call them overly fast, but just strong runners.
Yeah, absolutely right. So you got to wonder now, is this the last series for Harrington with the big lead? He's in the backfield. He'll step back, launch deep, man open at the goal line, caught it for the touchdown. Again, Keeling making his statement, and another flag. Keeling catches it for the 35-yard touchdown, 28-yard touchdown. Another, looks like a conduct flag after the fact in the end zone. But if it stands, and I believe it will, Stowe leads 41-7. An injured player down for Barberton. One of the guys on pass defense there, and they were right there. Just a nice catch that time by Keeling.
I got to say, this is approaching ridiculous on Stowe.
Yeah, and I'm losing track now, but I believe that's Keeling's second touchdown grab. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
And he's racking up some serious yardage. Okay, so this time we only have 3 officials huddling and then 2 others. Let's see what they're going to call here. This appears to be somewhat of a serious injury. The Barberton players, several have taken a knee as they attend to who I believe is Clee Thompson in the end zone. It appears to be a leg issue. Yeah, it is Thompson. He's up and moving pretty well. So that's a good indication. Now we got to sort out what the flag was all about, and we do have our 5-man committee back together. So let's see if we get a signal here. Looks like we're going to get one. Or no, we're not. Okay. Oh, we have a 6th official here.
We do?
We do, and the flag was picked up. 6 officials. No indication. We both clearly saw a flag.
He did. I think after the...
they discussed it and they picked it up.
They did? I'm pretty sure they're going to mark it off.
Okay, I never saw an indication of the mark off, but maybe we'll get that. So Darrow on to attempt the extra point. Spot, kick, up, nice strong leg. Here's another guy. I know he's a kicker, but Darrow has had a really solid night with extra points. He's been right on the money with plenty of extra. Would love to see him attempt the long field goal tonight. That's going to put Stowe up 42-7, 3:44 remaining here at Rudy Sharkey Stadium in Barberton. Let's take this 30-second timeout.
You're listening to Fifth Dimension Radio.
Well,
it's not a 30-second, so my bad call. We got this, I think the Stables coming up. So we'll keep it here.
I think the most obvious thing here is, before the game, we're on the field and, looking at the teams, and you never know. You can't tell by just looking at teams, right? But Stowe, the size of Stowe, clearly they did some weight room work. They have a bunch of the size and strength of the apparent size and strength of the Stowe kids was obvious compared to the clearly younger squad and not nearly as big or physically imposing team as Barberton.
Exactly.
And that has played out over the duration of this game, especially when you consider a lot of guys going both ways for Barberton, a lot. Although, if I had to say, I think that Stowe probably has, at least 5 guys going both ways.
No, Levick kicks off, comes down at the 15-yard line, fielded there and returned up over the 20 by Vernon Reynolds. He'll take it up to the 27.
And that was a personal foul because that was marked off.
Exactly. He's kicking from the 25. Here's a couple of score updates from across the Suburban National tonight. Highland leads Hudson, actually a final 32-0. Highland over Hudson. Another final, Nordonia over Akron East 39-7. Twinsburg beat Bedford 36-6. Wadsworth over New Albany 35-7. North Royalton leading Worcester 43-13. And Strongsville leads leads Solon 18-0. So Barberton back on the field now. And Lauk back at quarterback, hands to Gatto. He'll duck up the middle for no gain. Maybe a short loss there.
We do have a running clock now. So
just still in the third quarter here. Stowe up 42-7. So I'm still not sure if Lauk was out for those two series just to get some rest or if just to get some experience for Hanlon. But Lauk back in. He'll drop the pass, rolling to the near side. He has a man wide open, but lofts it a little too high. He had Noah Wright for a touchdown, but put a little too much air under it, and the ball went harmlessly out of bounds. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 11.
He was pressured pretty good there. Part of the reason why he couldn't get it off as early as he wanted to, I think.
So a lot of big wins, including this one, apparently this one here tonight, and the length of this game. Many of the other ones are over already. So here's another thing that Fifth Dimension Radio doesn't really want to become known for, but exceptionally long games. Looks like we're going to have another one tonight. Lauk alone in the backfield, drops the pass. He's looking over the middle. He's got a man open, and just dropped. A good try that time by Andres Della Trinidad. Boy, I butchered that one. Andres Della Trinidad. Had it in his hands on a dive, but dropped it, so that'll bring up 4th down and 11. And let's see what Coach Gatto wants to do here. I mean, you're tempted to go for it because what do you got to lose? But you also got a chance to let your punt team work on some things. So let's see what he does here. He's going to keep his offense on the field.
Still has their first team in, so.
Yeah, surprisingly, they do. Lauk back to pass. He steps up in the pocket. He's got time, but a short pass, and the man is met there. He did catch it for about 2 yards, and the catch is made again by Trent DeWitt. So not enough for the 1st down. The Bulldogs will take over. 1st down, 10 on the Magic 30-yard line. And clock is stopped with the change of possession.
And that'll be the end of the quarter.
Yeah, they're gonna let it run down. So let's take this break and hear from the stable.
Jobs for Ohio's Graduates, JOG for short, is
Horse
a workforce
racing is a
readiness
great
nonprofit
sport.
covering.
And now you can have a horse in the race. Own a little and love it a lot. Thestable.ca is an award-winning horse ownership experience. Purchase as little as 1% of a racehorse and pay a set monthly fee. No surprises, modest investment, low risk, and completely accessible and transparent operations. Thestable.ca offers a unique, engaging racehorse ownership experience and features great customer service and consistent updates about your horse. Our innovative video production team tracks your horse's training progress, and clients are encouraged to visit the horses at any time. Thestable.ca is right for harness racing, and if you want to have a horse in the race, it's right for you too. For more information about The Stable, email Anthony at thestable.ca or call 519-400-4263.
Back here at Barberton, they have a new quarterback. Tej Boston just handed off to Tyron Austin for a nice pickup. They're going to mark the ball inside the 25 at the 24-yard line, give him 7 yards on the play, bringing up 2nd down and 3. Boston is 6'4" junior, 170 pounds. Nice to have those tall quarterbacks you can see over the line. He's looking out to the far side, right in the hands and out of the hands of his intended receiver. That was Gideon Larlam on the far side. Bring up 3rd down and let's call it 4 rather than 3. 3rd and 4. Ball on the 24. 10:46 remaining. Stowe leads 42-7. After this play, Chris, if you can tell the folks who are unaware about the running clock how that works, because that will help get us out of here a little quicker tonight. Maybe.
Well,
there are still whistles and flags.
So right in Ohio, high school football, if you're up by greater than 30 points in the second half, then it's a running clock, and that's a situation we're currently in.
And then if it goes back under 30, then it starts stopping again. So the handoff this time is once again to Tyron Austin. Austin's 5'9", sophomore, 175 pounds. And he picks up enough for the 1st down. Moving the ball inside, just inside the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10, Stowe at the 20. Boston with Austin. How about that in the backfield? Quarterback throws, hits number 24 on the numbers, who couldn't handle it, almost got intercepted. 24 is Ramon Richmond, a 6-foot sophomore, 145 pounds. A lot of steam on the ball. It's a nice ball that Boston throws.
He throws a great ball. Okay, so why are we stopping the clock again?
Not sure, but there it goes. So they've cranked it back up. Boston looks at the sideline, gets the play. He's in the shotgun with Tyron Austin. And we're going to take a timeout. We are going to take a timeout. So we're at a timeout. Let's take this timeout to hear from Jobs for Ohio's graduates.
Jobs for Ohio's Graduates, JOG for short, is a workforce readiness nonprofit covering Northeast Ohio, including Ashland, Medina, Stark, Summit, and Trumbull counties, helping youth ages 14 to 24 and adults complete their education, develop soft skills, and start their careers. To make this possible, we need people like you to support the next generation of the workforce and partner with JOG today. Go to jogworks.org, JOGWORKS.org for more ways to mentor and hire JOG participants, attend events, and more.
Back at Rudy Sharkey Stadium in Barberton, it is a big 42-7 lead for Stowe. They have the ball, 2nd down 10 at the 20-yard line. Be sure to stay tuned for our post-game show where we'll let you know who our Cambria player of the game is. And there's still some question about that. So we're going to figure that out here in the next few minutes.
It's going to be tight.
Boston hands to Austin to the far side. He turns the corner. He's across the 10. He's across the 5. He's into the end zone. Tyron Boston with the rushing touchdown from the 20-yard line gives the Stowe Bulldogs a 48-7 lead with 8:16 remaining in the game. So everybody getting involved. 5'9" sophomore with a nice run, a couple of broken tackles, and into the end zone. So, to be honest with you, Chris, I didn't see this coming. I thought Stowe probably had a little more firepower, But boy, they're putting on a show, and they're going to be a team to be reckoned with in this league before the season is out.
Yeah, I agree. They're a good team, powerful team.
Darrow in to attempt the extra point. Spots down, kick is up, and boy, I like this kicker. Darrow connects.
I'm curious to see how Medina did tonight.
Let's take this 30-second timeout here from Edward Jones, and we'll see. I'll see if I can't find that out for you, Chris.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Or if you're in retirement and want a second opinion, let's talk. Edward Jones financial advisor Vince Rosnack can help. Stop by or call Vince today at 234-571-9913 to set an appointment. Or stop by the office at 529 Canton Road in Ellett, across from Eastgate Plaza.
Because we aim to please, Mr. Canova. Final score from Hoover. North Canton Hoover 42, Medina 17. So there you go. So, you asked and we found out.
So Hoover last week put it to what was supposed to be a pretty good Buchtel team. So Hoover's likely really good. Of course, Medina beat in a very close game these Stowe Bulldogs last week.
Right. And it was week one, and
the
coaches both, I think, mentioned, and I think it is true to some degree, you really start to find out about what kind of team you got in week two. You know, week one, everybody's coming off of summer and are still trying to figure things out, but I think this Stowe team's going to be reckoned with. Although, you know, they are in a conference with Wadsworth, who is, by all indications, one of the top teams in Northeast Ohio. So we have offsides against the kicking team.
Stowe. Well, Wadsworth is one of the, in my opinion, one of the top 5 Division II teams in the state of Ohio, and has every opportunity to play for a state championship this year. They're in a region, with Highland and Avon. They'll play for that regional championship. And
I think Hoban's in there too, right?
Hoban's in a different region.
Oh, okay.
But they're in a different region. Actually, no. Stowe is actually in. Stowe is in Hoban's region. I'm sorry. Yeah, Barberton's in the Wadsworth region.
Noah Levick to kick off for the Bulldogs. He drives it deep, lands at the 3 and rolls through the end zone. So a strong kicking game for the Stowe Bulldogs. And another thing that bodes well for them for the rest of the season. Speaking of the rest of the season, we'll be back with you next Friday night from Talmadge High School. And it's a traditional rivalry. They're no longer in the same league. We talked about the Federal League just briefly there. The Green Bulldogs expecting some good things this year. They'll be traveling to Talmadge. Talmadge coming off of a successful season. They lost some folks. My understanding is they've got a new player or two that, including a quarterback, if I'm not mistaken, that has got their chances looking pretty good. So I'm real anxious, Chris, to see what both teams look like next week. And if you know anything about the original, not the original, but the older Suburban League when Green was still in it, those two schools, big rivalry. We'll see if they can rekindle that. So Barberton has the ball at the 20-yard line. And it's Lauk in the backfield. He throws it out to the near side and caught there. Looks like Thompson. No, it's Noah Wright with a catch at the 24-yard line. Pick up a 4, second down 6, 5:03 with a running clock. Stowe leading 49-7. Reminder to stay tuned for our post-game show by Cambria. Cambria, the sponsor of the player of the game. So we'll have that for you. And we'll do a wrap here on some, Chris I don't see his calculator out, but He's got some numbers that add up here tonight, so we'll see what we can come up with. We got Lauk at quarterback. He's looking to the near side, gets it completed for the first down. That pass is caught by Terrian Bailey. Bailey's a 5'10 senior, 155 pounds. Nice grab, gets out of bounds, but the clock still continues to run. Lauk is at quarterback, but he's got Della Trinidad behind him in the backfield now. Snap, pass over the middle, nice grab by number 3 across the 40 to the 30, inside the 20. He's going to go. Touchdown to Trent DeWitt, the H-back, senior, 5'10", 170. Nice grab and run over the middle and a nice pass by Lauk. Something positive for the Magics here as we're about to wrap up the game. So good for the Magics. They played an excellent first quarter, most of the first half, and just kind of got overwhelmed by size and numbers here in the second half. But a big touchdown throw.
Nice play. Hey, it was an excellent catch.
So Lauk will hold. Spot. Kick is up. Kick is good.
Good for them. Way to stay in the game.
Pick up the kicker, Blake Leary. So 49-14 is our score. 3:16 remaining. And we'll take an opportunity for our last spot here in the fourth quarter and hear from Vince Rosnack at Edward Jones Investments.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Or if you're in retirement and want a second opinion, let's talk. Edward Jones financial advisor Vince Rosnack can help. Stop by or call Vince today at 234-571-9913 to set an appointment. Or stop by the office at 529 Canton Road in Ellett, across from Eastgate Plaza.
Back in Barberton, 3:16 remaining in the fourth quarter. Stowe Bulldogs are up on the Barberton Magics 49-14. I want to encourage you again, stick around for that post-game show. We'll announce the player of the game. And just so you know, the player of the game not only gets a $25 gift card to Cambria, the restaurant out in Wandsworth, but it gets a really nice-looking player of the game T-shirt. I don't know how excited the player is going to be to get a purple T-shirt, Chris, but it is what it is, right? It does say player of the game, so Fifth Dimension player of the game. The kick is away by Gates. Nice deep kick to the 3-yard line. The return to the far side, up above, across the 20 to the 24-yard line, and that appeared to be Tyron Austin on the return. So, Chris, I hope that you've enjoyed this as much as I have. I'm not saying for the Barberton fans, I'm not enjoying the result for the but I know it's your first time. I know you were a little nervous about it, and hopefully the nerves are all gone. And
they are, and I loved it. I tell you, you can't beat the high school football atmosphere as far as I'm concerned. I know you love the high school football atmosphere, but you also love the high school basketball atmosphere as well. I love this. It's been exciting. I can't wait till next week already.
We had a really nice crowd tonight, and I'll be shocked if we don't have both sides of the stadium next week near full, if not full, at the Talmadge hosting Green game. The give is up the middle for no gain. A nice tackle that time by 57 for Barberton, Ronnie DeBerry, and a minute 48 to go. So we've just got a couple more snaps here, and we'll be on to week 3 next week from Talmadge. So please join us then. A reminder, you can watch and hear this game Monday on WAOH.TV. That's an internet streaming service, the old Channel 29. You can find that there. You can also find it on Fifth Dimension Radio.radio12345.com. I take that back. It's on the Fifth Dimension Radio YouTube page. So go to YouTube, search for Fifth Dimension Radio 10-cent beer night. And if you're wondering what in the world does that have to do with anything, that is the name of the podcast, the weekly podcast with Seth and Bob. It talks about all the local sports, the pro teams, the college teams, and the high school teams. 50 seconds remaining here. We have 3rd down and 12 for Stowe. They're in no hurry to run another play. They're going to have to run one. Probably going to take a knee here. And the quarterback is Gideon Larlam, and he does take a knee, and that should be enough to get us home, Chris.
I think it should. Well, congratulations to the Stowe Bulldogs. I think that the Magic put up a good fight. I think they're, both teams. Good luck to both teams this year for sure. But if we're going to pick a player of the game, I don't know. I think that Stowe had a lot of good players that we could vote for tonight. But man, it's going to be hard to vote against Jake Harrington.
Yeah, that's my question to you: is who brings that all together into one package? And it's got to be your quarterback. And that's no disrespect to Boyd, to Keeling. Kirkland had a nice game on with the exception of the penalty on the defensive side of the ball. So many other guys, but we're going to give it our player of the game to Stowe's Jake Harrington, the quarterback and cornerback, or actually strong safety.
Strong safety.
Who had a great game on both sides of the ball.
Right.
So,
over 260 yards passing, multiple TD passes, at least 30 yards in rushing. Number 3, Jake Harrington.
What can you say about it other than there's leadership right there? I mean, just follow me, boys, is pretty much the thing. And so Jake Harrington is our Cambria player of the game. And Bob Fritz will go down and present that, try to catch Jake and the Stowe boys before they head off in the bus. And 2 weeks in a row, we made Mr. Fritz run down a bus to get this award passed out. But I think there was no doubt in the way the game turned out that very deserving, Jake Harrington, the senior quarterback from Stowe. Let's take this break and hear from our player of the game sponsor, Cambria, and from Celebration, and we'll be back to talk about the second half of the game.
Hi, this is Ronnie Kemmer, owner of Cambria's Bistro. We are located in the heart of downtown Wadsworth at 132 Main Street. Cambria's Bistro is a family-owned establishment that brings together the best of two worlds, the rich traditions of Italian cuisine and the contemporary favorites of a pub and grill. Reservations are not required but recommended by calling 330-331-5282 or 330-331-5357. We offer a casual dining atmosphere that is great for a family dinner, date night, or a special celebration. We feature a wonderful wine list with selections from Sicily to Napa Valley. We also have a great bar menu with specialty cocktails, many beers, on-tap beers, ciders, and seltzers. Cambria's Bistro also features San Pellegrino sparkling water. We are located in the heart of downtown Wadsworth at 132 Main Street. Come see us soon.
Introducing the Celebration Palace, a brand new and all-inclusive banquet facility located in Hartville in the North Plaza at 240 Kent Avenue Northeast. Still dreaming about your special wedding day or that occasion you're wanting to celebrate and you're not sure where to start? Well, you're in luck, because here at the Celebration Palace, we specialize in wedding and event planning. Whether you are looking for a venue or an all-inclusive wedding package, we have you covered. We help plan your special occasion. We have specialized vendors to help make your special day magical, and our prices are budget-friendly. So let us here at the Celebration Palace make all your special occasion dreams come true. You can give us a call at 330-587-2035 or check us out on our website, www.thecelebrationpalace.com. Stress-free, budget-friendly, amazing staff, and a stunning venue. the Celebration Palace, where your vision becomes a reality.
So we're back here at Rudy Sharkey Stadium in Barberton. The Barberton Magics were just in front of their band down below us here, and I think there's certainly for Coach Tony Gatto a lot to build on. A lot of key skilled players. They are a little thin in terms of backups and being able to get some guys who are playing both ways some blows, but I'm sure they'll address that. A lot to like about what we saw. But the middle 2 quarters of the game specifically were dominated by the Stowe Bulldogs, and what a great performance by Jake Harrington, our Cambria player of the game. I think Coach Poter's got a lot to be happy about, but Chris, as we talked about, there's stuff to clean up, and the penalties, the unforced penalties especially, are something I'm sure he's going to be addressing. But statistically, they put up some big numbers, and we always try to test the guy on his first night in the color chair with the hardest job, which is keeping stats, especially the offensive stats. So have at it, my friend. What are we looking at?
I totally did not do a great job here. But I'll say this. It's easy to follow a guy like Jake Harrington. He threw for over 260 yards tonight, 3 TDs, hit multiple receivers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different receivers. He hit Dalen Keeling, caught over 65 yards in passes. He had a passing TD, a rushing TD. Rippleman was impressive catching the ball. I think they could have thrown to him all night. He had over 30 yards in catches. Number 6 was all over the field tonight, catching the ball, running the ball. Very, very impressive. So just really impressive performance from multiple players from the Stowe Bulldogs tonight.
And let's not forget that line that really took care of Harrington, right? They
did a great job. It was I thought Coach Poter tonight said it right up front. That was going to decide the game. It did.
Absolutely.
And
it's amazing how many times coaches know what they're talking about, right?
It really is. And when it didn't work with the line, Jake Harrington took care of it himself.
Absolutely
he
did.
Scrambled. He made plays, and he wasn't afraid to hit the 3-yard pass, 5-yard pass, 10-yard pass. He did what he needed to do. He didn't have to hit the big play. We had 2 big pass plays. We had one in the first half of 50 yards to number 6,
Boyd.
Of course, Boyd. We had a 20-yard pass to Rippleman, and then in the second half we had a long throw to the running back. Who I can't think of, Keeling. So a great job hitting a bunch of different receivers. And I think that mattered too, right? 3 different levels.
Yeah.
Think about that. Running back, tight end, receiver. All 3 levels he's able to throw passes to, and it makes you really, really effective.
Yeah, it does. It just makes the other team have to prepare for so much. So great job by the Bulldogs. Harrington at quarterback leading them, and all kinds of great performances. So where do they go next? Stowe next week is going to be home to Cleveland John F. Kennedy. And don't know a lot about Kennedy, but typically that should be one that Stowe can get. And let's see if I can figure out here real quickly.
Well, while you look that up, I'm going to just give some kudos to Lauk at Barberton. He threw for 170 yards.
Yeah.
Good for him. And he didn't play a quarter. He played both ways, just like Harrington did. Let's give him a shout out. I also thought that Angelo Gatto had a really nice game tonight for the Magic. He ran for 75 yards. Again, played both ways. And let me tell you something. That young man got hit all night long.
I don't want him hitting me. Yeah, he kept getting back up, man. And he got stuck hard a couple of times. But, yeah, coach's son, and you would expect nothing less, right? So I'm looking at Barberton next week. They're back here at Sharkey Stadium against South Range, a smaller school, but a team that is occasionally a really good small school. They come, I believe, they're out of the Mahoning Valley Conference. So we wish the Magics all the success in the world, not only next week, but for the remainder of the season, and we'll see them later in the season. I want to see that. We see them back here on October 10th against Revere, so we'll see what kind of progress they've made at that point. So let me give you some quick updates here, if I can, on finals. Doesn't look like anything else changed because Falls beat North 19-12, and Copley hung on with a big win over Firestone 49-19. Didn't get a Talmadge-Brecksville score tonight, so we'll look to see how that turned out, and we'll report to you next week from Talmadge. I want to thank our crew here tonight, Roger McLean and Bob Fritz on the video. You'll see their work on Saturday night and Monday as this hits YouTube on Saturday night and Monday on WAOH.TV at 6 p.m. Monday for the replay of this game. We only have the audio live for you on game night, but we're able to match up the video that we shoot along with the audio later in the weekend and on Monday. So we'll hope you tune in for that, and let any of the players, coaches, and folks who weren't able to be here tonight know that they can catch that. So thank you to our host tonight, Barberton. Thanks for Jason Andrus, the superintendent from Barberton, and all the wonderful folks that more than took care of us here up in the press box as we watch our fearless leader who's recovering from knee replacement, and he's climbing Mount Everest here. He'll do anything for Fifth Dimension Radio. That's Bob Fritz. So, Chris, thanks again for being here. We'll look forward to seeing you next week from Talmadge. For now, it's Ron Whitmer along with Chris Canova from Barberton. The final at Rudy Sharkey Stadium. Stowe Monroe Falls Bulldogs 49, the Barberton Magics 14. Thanks, and see you next week.
Tired of boring off-the-rack tees? Want to express your unique style or promote your business? How about create an unforgettable memory? Call us at Screen Print Original, 330-414-1635, 330-414-1635. We bring ideas to life. We offer high-quality DTF transfers on a variety of apparel, ensuring vibrant colors and lasting designs, from custom creations to bulk orders, all for you. If you have an idea, give us a call at 330-414-1635, 330-414-1635. You can also drop us a line at screenprintoriginal@gmail.com. We look forward to serving you.
You've been listening to Fifth Dimension Radio's Sports Special, where we bring you live high school sports. And we'll be announcing more exciting games coming up in the near future, so keep it on Fifth Dimension Radio. This is your announcer, Bob. Good night.